Salute everybody. Welcome tonight. New York Knicks watch along against the Toronto Raptors. Salute to everyone. Welcome Monday evening. I'm glad you guys could join us. Game number 7 for the New York Knicks this early NBA 2021-2022 season. The New York Knicks come with a record of 5-1 this evening, going up against a surprising Raptor team who comes in at 4-3. Very surprising to see them with 3 wins this early season, playing really good. Although they're going to have some injuries tonight. Scotty Barnes will not be in the lineup due to a injury to his thumb. I have the Toronto Raptors lineup. I don't have it. Excuse me, I didn't have it on the illustration like I normally do. But at guard is Van Fleet, followed by Grammy Trent Jr. At forward at McKillick. At forward by Obi Anobi, and at center, Precious Achiuwa will be the center for the Toronto Raptors. It's going to be a tongue twisting night for me for the New York Knicks. Same lineup they've been going through all season long. Nothing's changed. And I bring the illustration. Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier at guard, RJ Barrett, a superb game by RJ Barrett, 35-point career high totals last game out, 6 of 8 from 3-point land, all close to triple-double with the assist, and hopefully he can keep that hot shooting and continue playing well. Also, followed by our all-star Julius Randle, and the man in the middle, Mitchell Robinson, who's going to have a nice battle with Precious Achiuwa. Down there, Achiuwa is a really athletic center, so it's going to be interesting that matchup with him. You know, he had a tough assignment with Valanciunas, but Valanciunas is one of the good centers, not great, one of the good all-around solid centers in the NBA, and gave Mitchell Robinson a really good test there. Mitchell Robinson held his own. The Knicks came out with a nice victory against the Pelicans. I know it was a hard-fought battle. We all thought it was going to be an easy cakewalk, but the Knicks, despite the fact it wasn't the way we wanted it to win, we saw RJ Barrett come up with 35 points, had a career high game, but the Knicks never trailed through the whole game. They never trailed. They never played from behind, and it shows the testament to the team. Even when Julius Randle had a subpar performance, and the team still went ahead and won this game. RJ Barrett had a career night, granted, and Kemba Walker. What can you say about Kemba Walker making another 5 threes in the game, playing well, close to averaging 20 points and hitting from 3-point land? The Knicks are showing that they can expand, and on any given night, that even if Julius Randle has an off night, they have enough firepower that they can allow this team other players to step up in that absence or in that deficiency and actually play with the lead and actually play winning basketball. So you got to like it so far in these first 7 games. This will be game number 7 so far for your New York Knicks tonight. And we'll see. They're celebrating the 75-year anniversary. The New York Knicks and Toronto Raptors, who were the Huskies. And we'll see tonight. We'll get ready to go. I salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone in viewing. Thank you for the support and the love that the program is getting. I see all the numbers of viewerships and likes and subscribes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys' support and love. Later on, we'll have Mr. Wilder come up later on in the evening. He'll join us through halftime, as well as at the wrap up of the game. We'll bring him in. Always like to hear his basketball takes. We'll have Gideon hopefully come on a little later, as well as Chef Dan. Chef Dan also will be in the building hopefully later on. I know he's grinding and working, so salute to Chef Dan. I know you're out there doing your thing, working, so we'll see you later when you come out tonight. Hopefully tonight you'll have an assessment or listening to us here on the watch along as well as on the radio. So salute to Chef Dan. So hopefully we'll hear him a little later. Hope your day is going well, my friend, my partner here on the program from the MMA and from the watch along, Return of the Knicks, as well as Gideon, as well as Derek Wilder. So salute to everyone there. Z still on vacation, so salute to my main man Z from A to Z Media on vacation in Marco Island. I think his last night of vacation. Hopefully he's having a great one. And I know he's, relaxing before he gets back to his regular routine of work and grinding and bringing up both his channels. So salute to A to Z Media as well, another friends of the program. So we'll get it going. They're warming up here. We'll see tonight. We'll see the Knicks, could they win tonight? They have to take care of home court. Keys to the game here. Continue the shooting, continue the good unselfish basketball. When the Knicks have high assist game or in the 20 plus, they have a key to victory. 48-minute game here. Although we want to see them clean up their late quarter execution with the basketball, setting up their offense, and not going into those lackluster or sloppy play to close out a quarter. Hopefully they clean that up. And we know that the last few games last year, this season, the defense will get there. The defense will be back to last year's form. Remember, the first 6 games, the New York Knicks gave up some high totals, and as they started asserting themselves in Tom Thibodeau's system, defense will come with time. I know what I gotta love about the New York Knicks. They're number 2 in the NBA in offense. They're the second highest scoring team on offense efficiency and scoring wise in the NBA. So you gotta like that with the New York Knicks this season. And I know the defense will be there. The defense, when the long said it, behold, that's a staple, a thumbprint of Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff. So we'll see that they have the players here, the unselfishness, the commitment of players. So they'll get back on the defensive end. It all starts with a one step forward this tonight against the Raptors as they do their warm ups. When we'll get the play by play going, once the game is on, we got about 4 minutes roughly before they tip off. So welcome to it's Monday night. Knicks watch along here, play by play here. I cannot remember. All note, I cannot show you the video. I can only give you the call, the play by play, and the heavy chat interaction. So we salute to everyone there. Due to they will shut the program down. They will shut StreamYard and as well as YouTube. They cannot show the video or any audio. So just to give you a full disclosure, just to give you a warning, and I'll keep you up to date as much as possible, score and plays, and give you illustrate you a picture of what's going on as best as possible here. So we salute to everyone here. So we get all the warm ups. They're getting ready to warm up, ready to tip off there. Around the league, you got Indiana up 38-27 against San Antonio Spurs. That's just in the first quarter. Remember, the Knicks played the Indiana Pacers up next in their schedule. So they're hosting the San Antonio Spurs right now, and they're up big. They already scored 38 points, and they're still a minute and 45 in the first quarter. So, wow, the days of Popovich's good defensive staple. Wow, a lot of teams, San Antonio, it's a rebuilding. We all knew that, but wow, that's the difference. So right now in Philadelphia, you have the 76ers up 27-21 there in the end of the first quarter. Portland is in town visiting the 76ers. And right now they're up by 6 heading into the second quarter. So salute to everyone. Give you a little bit of the scores around the league. Of course, later this week, an interesting matchup: Heat and Celtics Thursday night. That's going to be a good game this week. And tonight, later on, ready to tip off, Washington against Atlanta. That's going to be another game to keep an eye on. Interesting matchup. Washington, a surprise this early in the season. They'll take on the Hawks, and a real good test there for Washington. Also, Chicago will play Boston also in about tipping off as well. And of course, the game here is Toronto and New York. So once that gets tipped off, there's a lot of good games around the league to keep an eye on. And we haven't played the 10 games yet before we have an assessment and see where we like. But so far, we like what we see for the New York Knicks. And then later on this evening, the Nuggets will go head into Memphis and take on the Grizzlies. So we like so far what we see of our New York Knicks. They're playing well. They're playing, they got us some stuff to clean up, but this is what the first 10, 15 games of the season is, to get assessed, to start cleaning up, to see where you need to work on what's working, what needs to be continue to prepare. And of course, you like a Tom Thibodeau team because they're gonna come prepared. You know that adjustments and good stuff gonna happen. What you like about the Knicks night in, night out, if one particular player has a bad night, you know that there's other players that could step up and carry that load and help out with that load. Derrick Rose didn't have a pretty good game of scoring wise, offensive wise in New Orleans, but you also saw other players pick up. Taj Gibson was a pleasant surprise scoring. You had, of course, you saw everyone pick up their slack there. You don't need the minutes, the points that you normally get from Rose, you got it from Gibson. So vice versa. So it's good to see you have the versatility and offense from every different part or different angles from every player at any given night. So that one makes you excited and must get you so happy about this team compared to last year. Last year, if Julius Randle had that type of game against New Orleans, you could say 90% of the time it was a loss for the New York Knicks. This time around, he has, and he still had a pretty decent game if you ask me. And the Chicago game, he almost had a triple-double, quiet triple-double, but it's there. He's filling the columns up, making the smart pass. Now Julius Randle has to learn if his offensive game isn't on par, and he could start becoming a third-level scorer. You saw it in the Chicago game in the third quarter. He got to the foul line a lot. He started using his snack and getting to the line. The last game, he was moving the ball, he's going to evolve. He's going to continue to trust his teammates, and his teammates are showing up big time, night in, night out. And he's going to say, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to do all the heavy lifting. I could rely, if I know my game in here, I could rely on a RJ Barrett. I could rely on a Kemba Walker. I could rely on Evan Fournier. Or I could just go to the basket and I know I have a Mitchell Robinson who could clean up the offensive glass. So it's nice to have all those options and all those lethal weapons around the team. And not only that, if I do my game and I do give this team a 6-point lead and I could sit down at the bench. I have no problem if Coach Thibodeau spells me. I could tell Thibodeau I'm a little gassed. I know that my bench coming in could also extend this lead and continue to not only take that 6-point lead, extend it to double digits with an Obi Toppin, Derrick Rose, Todd Gibson, Emmanuel Quickly, Alec Burks. He knows that. And that also takes off a load off the shoulders of your all-star. So I like what the Knicks are doing, that well-balanced attack, and I can't wait how it shows tonight. We're going up against a 4-3 Toronto Raptors. We're surprised. Maria, salute Maria, my good friend. I hope you're doing well, Maria. It's a pleasure always to see you, my friend. So we'll get that game going. I'm going to be a couple seconds behind. Remember, I'm streaming it to Orlando, Florida through NBA TV app. So I'm going to be like about 30 to 40 seconds behind in the actual telecast. So just to give you that note disparity. So we'll get ready from Madison Square Garden, 4-3 Raptors against the 5-1 Knicks. And we'll get ready to tip it off. Looks like a beautiful night in New York. A nice autumn crisp night. The beautiful images coming around the garden, the lighting, the beautiful city, and we'll get ready to go. That's the starting lineups has been announced. I'll get a quick drink to get me going. And I told you the same lineup. And Grant Hill and Spiro Ditas in the call there. So I'm glad you guys are here listening with me here. So we'll get it going. And once we get it going, we'll get this game acclimated, man. We're all anticipating Monday night. The city of New York is totally at up in arms. So Julius Randle, despite having a subpar game, he's averaging 20.8 points a game. RJ Barrett elevated his 17.2 points a game. They're both shooting around 41% for Randle, 48.1 for RJ Barrett. Great numbers for RJ Barrett. And of course, Toronto's led by Fred VanVleet, 17 points a game with 41.7 field goal percentage, 7.5 assists, so a good assist total, and he has 5 rebounds. Alex Coquito, salute, coming from Puerto Rico, la isla del encanto. Saludo, mi hermano, salute, Alex Coquito, always doing that great content, a great friend of the program, and vice versa. Always hit that like, and we need to help my friend Alex Coquito get to the 1K subscriber mark. So let's get it going. He's a few subscribers away. Check out his content, his interviews, his informant, and just hit that like and subscribe to my main man, Alex Coquito. We got to get him to that 1K. Alex, man, that's one of my goals to help you get to that 1K, my friend. So saludo, mi hermano. So salute to you there. Thank you for always supporting the program in every facet, in every form, Alex. So the Knicks are ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. It's Monday night, November 1st. Few days, the holiday season upon us, and we're about to. I'm sure we're gonna jump the ball with Mitchell Robinson, and here we go. Knicks control the top. Kemba Walker gets the ball here to start the game. Over to Fournier. Good defense there. Over to Mitchell Robinson. Almost stolen by, aggressive there by VanVleet, but no foul call. 9 on the shot clock. Barrett. He's got Gary Trent on him. Barrett makes his move, loses it. Garrett and smacked out of bounds. 3.9 seconds on the shot clock. Knicks ball underneath the basket. Just on the way here in Madison Square Garden, 11:37. 3.8 to inbound. Here's Kemba. They got to do a nice play, a catch and shoot here. Here's over to Mitchell Robinson with 3 seconds on the clock. Fournier is going to have to launch a 3 and up in and out. Rebound by Toronto. Here's VanVleet coming up. So not a lot of household names here as well for your Raptors. VanVleet surveils over here, 11 on the shot clock. They double team all to Achua. Achua back to VanVleet. 6 on the shot clock. Gary Trent. Gary Trent's gonna thought about a 3. They're gonna have to hoist it. Blocked by Randle. So Randle gets a block here. Knicks possession here. Here comes the Knicks. R.J. Barrett has Gary Trent on him. He curls, mid-range jumper, in and out. And that almost went in, came out. So no score here. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet, mid-range jumper, and he hits it. So Toronto gets the score. Toronto up 2-0 here with 10:45. Just on the way here on a Monday night at Madison Square Garden. Me here in Orlando, Florida at the Jedi Studios, calling this game here. Here's Kemba Walker over to Fournier. Fournier dribbles. It's 9 on the shot clock. Wide open Julius. And from the 3, and he hits it. So 3-pointer, Julius Randle. So Knicks up 3-2 here. Here's Gary Trent Jr. Trent keeps his dribble. He thought about shooting it. Passes out. RJ and back to Achua. Back to Van Fleet. 10 on the shot clock. Van Fleet surveils. Another long mid-range jumper and off the mark. Rebound by Julius Randle. Here comes the Knicks. Julius attacking. Julius still keeps his dribble. Julius goes to the paint. Passes it over to RJ. RJ wide open 3. And it's good. 3-pointer. RJ Barrett. Knicks up 6-2 here with 9:40 in the first quarter. Just on the way here, the Mitchell Robinson on the defensive assignment. 6 on the shot clock. Over to Van Fleet. Van Fleet with a long 3 and off the mark. Rebound Evan Fournier. Watch out, Evan. So Evan keeps his dribble. Here's Evan coming down the court, surveils and tried to pass it off, but he was fouled. So a foul on the pass off. I don't think he's going to shoot free throws. It looked like he was passing here. He was deep in the paint there, but they show the assist by Julius Randle over R.J. Barrett in that left corner. So R.J. Barrett so far hitting is on his first attempt, actually second attempt. The first one ran in and out. So Fournier is going to the free throw line. So they actually thought it was an active shooting. So Fournier with 2 shots. And here's the first one. And misses. He has another one coming up. Hey, salute, Brazil. Salute. Joao Victor Rodriguez Oliveira. Salute, salute, salute from Brazil. Here's Fournier with 12 on the shot clock. Fournier. Oh, Gary Trent. Pickpocket him. Trent is coming in. And he dunks the ball there. So nice steal from Trent over Fournier. He kept the ball in bounce there. Pickpocket him. So Knicks up 4-6. With 9 minutes here in the first quarter. Here's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker shoots a 3, and it's off the mark, air ball. So thought that Van Fleet got a piece of it, and he's pleading that he got a piece of it. They say no touch. So Toronto's ball, they called it an air ball, and Thibodeau is irate on the sideline. So Kemba Walker is laughing, and here's Toronto. Trent Jr. is feeling this. Trent Jr. is calling a play out. He's got Fournier. He attacks and passes it out to Achua. Achua thought about a 3. Achua long range, and Mitchell Robinson with a good defensive block there. Here comes the Knicks. R.J. Barrett brings the ball up. R.J. Barrett galloping. R.J. Barrett in between his legs over to Julius Randle. Thought about a 3. Julius attacks the rim. Passes it out to Fournier. Fournier, 13 on shot clock. Passes to Julius. Julius is going to open up a 3. And it's good. 3-pointer. Julius Randle. Knicks are 3 for 5 from 3-point land tonight. They're up 9-4 here. Here's Van Fleet over here. They pass the ball around here. 13 on the shot clock. Hands there. And Gary Trent shoots a 3. And that's off the mark. Julius Randle comes up with the rebound. Knicks possession with 8 minutes here in the first quarter. Julius dribbles between his legs. Julius pump fakes. Julius regroups. Keeps his dribble. Now here comes a small double team. Here's Van Fleet for a double. Here's Kemba Walker. Wide open 3. And it's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson comes up with it, but he loses the ball. Here comes Toronto. So a lot of contact there. No call here. Here's Toronto, and they foul, and he makes the 3-point play here. Let's see who's that young man there. He's going to go chance on the line for a 3-point play. So not a lot of household names. So you got to forgive me there. And they're showing that play, and it was touched last by Van Fleet on that. So Kemba Walker was correct there. So here comes, and he completes a 3-point play here. Knicks up 9-7. With 7:30 here in the first quarter. Fournier Here's Mitchell Robinson with a pick. Fournier with a three. And it's in. Three-pointer. Evan Fournier. Knicks up 12-7 here. Knicks shooting very well the 3-point so far here. Here's Van Fleet. Good defense by Kemba Walker. 14 on the shot clock. Back to Van Fleet. Van Fleet by the Knicks logo. Now he picks up his dribble. Bounce pass to Achua. Achua bounce pass. And here's his three-point shot. And it's good. So that young man has hit a three-pointer. And he hit. And I'll get his name in a minute. I think it's OJ. So Knicks up 12-10. Here's Mitchell Robinson. Over to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett attacks the glass, throwing strong. Kicks it out to Randle. Randle's going to shoot a three, and that's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson to R.J. R.J. Barrett drives, and he gets a foul. So good penetrating here on Achua. So timeout called. The Knicks up 12-10 here. So right now, you like what you see from R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle hitting, and the guys are hitting the three-pointers. They're spreading the ball around, getting open looks there. So timeout. And that's OG Alaguya that has the 6 points there. He had open three there and had that three-point play there. So I'll get those names correct once I get to see them over and over. The Toronto Raptors. Don't follow the Raptors, folks. So forgive me if I don't get their names. And their names are really a lot of international players there. It's a little tongue twisting for me. So timeout called here. So the Knicks are shooting really good the three-point ball. And hopefully I get the stats up and give you the stats so far, what's going on. And we got to like what you see from the New York Knicks tonight. Right now, the Knicks are shooting 4 of 8 from the field with 44.4%. The same for the Raptors, also 44.4%. But here's the big disparity. The Knicks are shooting 50%, 4 of 8 from three-point land, while the Raptors are shooting 1 for 4. Now, the free throws, the Knicks have missed 2 free throws here. The Raptors are 1 for 1. They only have 1 attempt. Now, total rebounds, the Knicks are out rebounding the Toronto Raptors 8-2 here, and 3 of them are coming by the way of offensive boards. So they have 3 offensive boards here. The Knicks have 3 assists on their 12 points, and the Raptors have 2 assists on their 10 points. So the assist is close to there. Knicks have 1 block, and Toronto has 2 steals. The Knicks with 2 turnovers, though. And points in the paint, the Raptors are actually ahead 4-0 with the points in the paint, of course, because the Knicks are raining 3-pointers right now. So right now, the Knicks are up 12-10 here, and R.J. Barrett should be going to the free throw line when they return. So they're in a commercial break here. R.J. Barrett was fouled. Nice aggressive move, and he got pressure secure, and he was going to the basket, under the basket, and he got fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot 2 when we return. So to salute to everyone, Monday night basketball, the Knicks and Raptors here. And right now, the Knicks are looking good with the 3-point and moving the ball around. The Knicks are trying to improve and trying to go 6-1 here. They're 5-1 right now, but Toronto Raptors have been a pesky team at 4-3. They're trying to get at 500 this early part of the season. So once they get back there, of course, no Patrick Siakam. He hasn't played this season. He has a shoulder injury. And the young rookie phenom, Scotty Barnes, came up with an injured thumb. So unfortunately, we won't see him tonight either. So when they come back, they show Patrick Siakam, as I mentioned him. His young man is a pretty integral part to that team. They give him a nice contract, good athletic power forward center for the Toronto Raptors. So R.J. Barrett will go to the line. And he's going to shoot his first free throw here. And here comes. And he hits it up. And Brownlow's in. So he hits his free throw here. Knicks up 13-10. With another free throw coming up, by the way. With 6:36 here in the first quarter. And he shoots. And he hits a pair of free throws. Knicks up 4, 14-10. Toronto will bring the ball up. Back to Fleet. Van Fleet over the curl. That Fleet goes, and Mitchell Robinson, good defense here, looming. Here's like OJ, all passed by Julius Randle for a dunk. So that was too easy there. Julius Randle just stood there, let his man go by him. Knicks up 14-12. Julius, I didn't like his body language there on the defense end, but he'll clean that up. Here's Julius. 9 on the shot clock to Fournier. Fournier dribbles, Fournier attacks, and he shoots it up. And nice to Mitchell Robinson. Alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson, cleans it up. So easy basket, an assist for Evan Fournier. Knicks up 16-12 with 5:50 in the first quarter. Here comes the Toronto Raptors bringing the ball up over to Van Vliet. Van Vliet dribbles. Van Vliet goes and tries to go. Oh, he does his own alley-oop to Precious Achiuwa, and he slams it in. Knicks up 16-14. So a taste of the own medicine there. Guarantee that's not going to happen again. Here's Fournier, 14 on the shot clock. He's trying to look for, good defender there, and out of bounds. Last touch by Toronto, 10 on the shot clock. So no Dragic hasn't come in the game yet. He's on the bench. Don't know who played tonight. Fournier going to inbound the ball to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson to RJ Barrett, 7 on the shot clock. He's got Jerry Trent all over him. Fournier thought about a 3, and he got fouled. So good head fake by Fournier, and he just got fouled. There was nowhere to go there by Malika Hoki. Fouled him, so side out of bounds there. Not in the team penalty. Fournier's going to inbound the ball here. So here, Kemba Walker, still in the game here. 10 on the shot clock. Walker over to RJ Barrett, 9 on the shot clock. He's Gary Trent on him. RJ Barrett dribbles between his legs, step back 3. RJ Barrett, and that's off the mark. Rebound by Toronto here. Toronto brings it up, has a chance to tie or get ahead. Here's Precious Achiuwa with a long 3, and that's off the mark. Long rebound, but Evan Fournier grabs it. Evan Fournier goes. Toronto gets back. Good transition defense by Toronto here. Fournier, 17 on the shot clock, over to Mitchell Robinson, and Mitchell Robinson with a reversal misses it, but it would have been a beautiful play there by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Gary Trent's going to shoot a 3, and it's in and out. Rebound, Julius Randle. Fight for the rebound here. The Knicks have numbers if they push it, but Julius is going to bring it up slowly. Here's Julius attacking. Julius is going strong coast to coast, and he thought he was fouled, and he was fouled. So Julius Randle will go to the free throw line there. So he took it coast to coast. But what a play by Mitchell Robinson. Tried to reverse dunk there, and he just missed that one. And that would have been a highlight reel if he would have got it. He just missed it. It was a tough angle to try to reverse dunk it, but he almost got it in there. Nice attempt for Mitchell Robinson, but Julius Randle will go to the line here to shoot a pair of free throws. Knicks up 16-14 with 4:29 in the first quarter. And here's Randle, and he gets the bounce, so he scores there. Wholesale Constitution, you got Todd Gibson coming in. Derrick Rose will come in. So Rose and Gibson both come off the bench at the same time with the 4:29 mark here in the first quarter. Randle has another free throw coming up. Knicks up 17-14 here. Julius Randle has 7 points tonight, 2 of 3 from the field. Most of all, he's going to the line. That's what we want to see him getting to the stripe. And Julius Randle, another pair through, and he hits a pair of free throws here. Knicks extend their lead to 4, 18-14 with 4:25 here. And is that Barnes? I think Barnes is playing tonight. And I'm misspoken. They said Toronto. Down the Knicks defense comes in there, and he stepped out of bounds. So Knicks defense came alive here, calls a turnover. Knicks ball here with 4:13 here in the first quarter. Here's Rose bringing the ball up. Over to Gibson. Back to Julius. Back to Rose. 16 on the shot clock. Rose makes his move. Back to Julius from the 3-point. Julius thought about it. Top of the key. And he hits it. So Julius Randle with a long-range jumper. And Knicks extend 20-14. So they scored on that turnover. That's what the Knicks need to do. Whenever there's a turnover, they need to make them pay and score. So the Knicks are on an 8-4 run here. Here's Van Vliet. Van Vliet stopped there, and he's a nice play there by the rookie, so he scores. Scotty Barnes scores. So right now, Knicks up 4, 20-16. Here's Julius Randle. Randle over to Fournier. Fournier with a 3, and it's in there. 3-pointer, Evan Fournier. So Knicks lead 23-16 here. 3:20 in the first quarter. Here's Van Vliet cutting through, and he has Tipson on him. Good help defense by Gibson. And he's a wide open 3 and fight for the rebound. Here comes RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett gets the ball. RJ Barrett brings it up. Barrett keeps his dribble. Barrett holds back. They're going to feature Julius. Julius on top. Julius still keeps his dribble. 12 on the shot clock. Julius penetrates. Here's a kick back to RJ. Step in 3. It's good. 3-pointer. RJ Barrett. Knicks extended to a 10-point lead. Timeout Toronto. The Knicks up 26-16 with 2:52. Good ball movement, trusting his players, and RJ Barrett in rhythm. Catch and shoot, and he nails that tray. And also Evan Fournier hitting the three. The three ball is coming up. We'll get the stats in a second for you guys once we get there. And the Knicks are shooting 8 out of 15 so far here with 53.3%, while Toronto's shooting 7 of 15, 46.7%. The Knicks are 6 of 11 from three-point line at 54.5%. The free throws, the Knicks are 4 out of 6. They're 66.7. Toronto only attempted one free throw, and they're perfect, 1 for 1. The rebounding, the Knicks are out rebounding the Toronto 11-4. 3 of them are offensive glass. The points in the paint, although Toronto has a more of a advantage here, they scored 10 points in the paint to 2. But that will change once the second unit comes in there. You'll see that disparity, that number fluctuate and change. But the 3-point is going in for the New York Knicks this early. They have a 10-point lead there going forward. So it's good to see the Knicks moving the ball and scoring there. And they're in a timeout right now. So the Knicks up by 10. Toronto calls that timeout. Want to stop the momentum here and stop the rhythm of the New York Knicks. You got to like what you see there. They're moving the ball, spacing it, and becoming an issue. So that would open up the lanes, and it would open up the guards. Look for the guards soon to start attacking when Derrick Rose and Swell Manu quickly and Alex Burks come in the game. You're going to see them coming to the basket, going there, and possibly going and attacking an alley-oop with Obi Toppin. Even Taj Gibson is going to be a factor going forward. Now, when the second unit comes in, can the second unit continue to add and continue to run and continue to build right now? You build a 10-point lead here with Rose and Taj Gibson. Now, when you bring the other part of your bench, now can you continue to add? That's what's going to make the Knicks season and a problem around the league if they continue to do that. Adding to and 48, so deep of a bench. We hear that they're so deep, and they're showing it right now. So they're in a timeout. When they come back from a timeout, we'll continue the play-by-play. So they're still in a commercial. Remember, I'm about 30 seconds, 45 seconds behind. So when they come back, they show the sights and sounds of the game. They had Obi Toppin with Kenny Payne speaking. Obi Toppin hasn't come in yet. He'll be in the game shortly when Julius Randle gets a breather. We'll see him running and gunning up the floor when he comes in. But the Knicks up by 10 here. Alex Burks is in the game here. You still got RJ Barrett on the court. Rose. So Toronto's ball once we get the action going. Knicks up 26-16 here once they get this game going. Julius is still on the floor here. And here we go. Toronto brings the ball up. $15 on the shot clock. RJ Barrett defense. Back to Trent Jr. Jumps into it and he hits it. Long range jumper. So Knicks up 26-18 here with 2:30 in the first quarter here. Here's Rose. And Rose attacking the glass and he misses. So you see the points. They were going to go for points in the paint. And as I mentioned in that timeout, they were attacking the glass here. Here's Toronto, and nice move there by the rookie, the neophyte. He scores there to cut the lead to 20 to 26, 6-point lead for the Knicks. Knicks have the ball here. Here's Julius. Julius is feeling it. Julius step back three, and he hits it. 3-pointer, Julius Randle. Knicks up 20 to 29 here. Here's Barnes over to Trent Jr. Gary Trent keeps his dribble. Gary Trent attacks. Gary Trent stops, pull up, and he hits it. So Gary Trent hitting some shots here. 22-29 with 1 minute and 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Here's Rose surveilling. Rose to Julius. They're going to feature Julius. He has the near fight. Julius pump fakes, and he fouled there. So he'll go back to the line for some free throws for Julius Randle. Knicks up 29-22 with 1 minute 24 in the first quarter at Madison Square Garden. Knicks are in their home white uniforms with the blue lettering, orange, of course, and blue stripes. And Julius Randle will shoot his first free throws. And Jalen Hunter, I don't know why. And Jalen Hunter, you asked me that question last telecast. I don't know why. So Julius misses the free throw here. Mix up 30-22. But hit that like and subscribe, Jalen. And here comes, and he hits it. So he hits 1 and 2 here. Mix up 31-22 here with a minute 24 in the first quarter. They inbound the ball here. Here's Bersh over to Gary Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. getting a lot of heavy ball movement, and he shoots, and he off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Todd Gibson throws the ball up, and he stepped out of bounds. So Toronto retains the possession here. So they get they get 14 on the shot clock here. They're going to inbounds the ball here. Quickly's in the game. 12 on the shot clock. Burks playing D. He's backing Burks, and he misses. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by New York. So Toronto's possession there. Get a new shot clock. So it's not Barnes, it's Barton. So I was saying Barnes, but it's Barton. Barton's gonna inbound the ball here. And he inbounds to Grammy Trent. Trent tips in there, and he's Birch there with a drive, and he scores. So good assist there by Gary Trent, the 24-31 with 50 seconds here. Here's Rose attacking the glass with a burst of speed, and no call there. A lot of contact. Referees did not call there. Wow, they let him play. He's burned, and good defense by Alex Burks. He knocks it out of bounds with 37.2 seconds in the first quarter. 14 on the shot clock. Toronto retains possession here. They'll inbound the ball. So good sleight of hands by Alex Burks. They'll inbound the ball here. Barton quickly guarding the inbound play. And he has to get it in. He just got it in time here. Burks playing defense. 9 on the shot clock. Jumper. And he hits it. So the Raptors take advantage of their extra possession here. Mix up 31-26 with OG Alaguara. Score here. 25 seconds here. Left here. Shot clock from game clock. There'll be a 5-second differential. So Julius is going to try to wind it down there. Set up for the possible last shot. And Julius got 7 on the shot clock. Julius is going to rise up for a 3. And he hits it. 3-pointer. Julius Randle off the window. So he banked it. And here's Toronto with the final possession. Toronto, and he attacks the glass and blocked by the rim. So quarter over, Knicks 34-26 over the Toronto Raptors. So the Knicks scored 34 points in this quarter. And Julius Randle rise off the glass, and he scored there. So the Knicks come up shooting with the 3-point fire tonight in this first quarter. And we'll give you the numbers here. For the first quarter, Knicks scored 34 points. They shot 9 of 8 from the field for 50%. Toronto, not bad, on the road. They shot 12 out of 22 for 54.4% in the first quarter here. But here's the disparity. The Raptors are 1 of 7 from three-point land. They're at anemic 14.3%, while the Knicks are 7 from 12, 58.3% from three-point land. The Knicks have been to the free throw lines. They have attempted 8 shots. They have made 6. They're at 75% from the free throw. Toronto, 1 shot, and they made that one only shot to the free throw line. Now the Knicks are rebounding them 6-11. 3 of them on the offensive glass. And the assist totals are equal at 7 apiece here. Both have a block apiece. Toronto has 2 steals. New York has none right now. And New York still only has 2 turnovers. Toronto has 1, but the Knicks made them pay on that 1 turnover with a 3-pointer. Points in the paint. Of course, there's a big number disparity. Toronto has 14 points in the paint, while New York has only 2. But you'll see that number change now. Once they start going to the second unit, the Knicks, like Derrick Rose and Alex Burks, they like to attack the glass, Obi Toppin, so forth. So that number will change. And hey, well, salute to Orange City, learning. What about Obi? Did he get going? He hasn't got in the game yet. City. He hasn't got in there. He will be getting in the game now. I think they'll give Julius Randle a breather, although Julius Randle is coming out hot there. Let me give you the leading scorers for the New York Knicks in that first quarter. The first quarter is led by Julius Randle with 18 points. He has 18 points in the first quarter. In 12 minutes, he's got 3 assists and 4 rebounds, so he's filling out the column little by little, slowly. Gotta like his first quarter. Mitchell Robinson with 2 points with four rebounds in 8 minutes. You also have RJ Barrett with 8 points, 2 rebounds in 11 minutes. Evan Fournier with 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in 9 minutes. Kemba Walker had an assist on the floor. Derrick Rose only has 4 minutes, only has an assist, and that's all the scoring right now for the New York Knicks. So we'll get that going. And for the Raptors, they're led by OG Adebayo, 10 points there with 1 rebound in 12 minutes, followed by Gary Trent with 6 points, 1 rebound and assist there in 12 minutes. You got Precious Achiuwa, 2 points, 3 rebounds and assist. Kem Birch, 2 points. And you had Delano Barton with 4 points. And those are the scoring for the Toronto Raptors. So we'll get back to the second quarter, and here we go. So Van Fleet is back here, bringing the ball up. Quickly he's guarding him. Michael Caputo, what's going on? And here's Van Fleet. 9 on the shot clock. Burks, good defense by Burks. And traveling call. So a traveling call on that young man. Don't know his name. I don't know the Raptors. Oh, Rocheur. So Rocheur traveled, but Brochure traveled there. And here comes Toronto. Here comes New York. Obi Toppin's in the game for U City. Obi Toppin. Here's back to Burks. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Rose. Rose has Van Fleet. Rose to Burks. Burks to Gualpin. Quickly with a 3. And that's off the side of the rim. And turnover. Was it? Oh, no. Last touch by Toronto. Okay. Well, what is it? Let me see. Let me see what the call is. Yep. 5 on the shot clock here. Rose looking to surveil, looking to Rose. Pass it to Gibson. And, that was a tough play there. 2 on the shot clock. Burks rises. Burks shoots and makes it. What a tough shot by Alex Burks. Wow. Knicks up by 10, 36-26 there. So Alex Burks catching and shooting. So good shooting is contagious so far here in the second quarter to start the second quarter, first half of this game. Van Fleet rises in and out. Rebound by Obi Toppin. Here comes the Knicks here. Up by 10. Here's Rose. Rose keeps the dribble. Rose goes to the basket hard. Rose, a lot of contact, no call there. So again, Rose gets contact, no call. Here's Van Fleet. And here's an open 3-pointer off the mark. Rebound. Birch pushes off and gets the rebound off of Tipson. So they get a new shot clock. 10 on the shot clock there. Good defense. Swipe of hands from Burks. He knocks it out. 7 on the shot clock. So Burks having some active hands. Knocking the ball out. 7 on the shot clock here. Knicks up 10. So here's when the Knicks could try to assert themselves with their second unit. Going up against the second unit. Except for Van Fleet against Toronto. So they're going to inbound the ball with 7 on the shot clock. Van Fleet kicks the ball. Rose and Van Fleet try to dribble. Try to go that floater. Misses it. Fight for the rebound. New York comes up with the ball. Here comes Rose. Rose sees quickly. Quickly stops on a dime. Quickly still keeps his dribble. Quickly has 17 on the shot clock. They're reset there. Calling a play for Gibson. Gibson one-on-one with Birch. And although it looks like they're going to double team him, they go back to quickly. Why would you do that? Open quickly. Off the mark. Rebound by Toronto. Worked for Toronto there. They dare quickly to shoot the 3. Here's Van Fleet with a spurt to speed. Put good defense by Quickly, and he turns the ball over. Throws the ball away there. So 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Knicks up 36-26 here. Let's go Knicks. Let's go. Here comes Gibson inbounds to Derrick Rose. He'll bring it up slowly here. Rose. Over to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin back to Burks. 14 on the shot clock. Burks keeps his dribble. Burks over to Quickly. Quickly drives back to Burks. Burks open wide 3, and he hits it. 3-pointer. Alex Burks. Alex Burks coming off the bench, scoring here, bringing some firepower. Knicks up 39-26 here. So home timeout here. Let's see if there's going to be a substitution or something going on here. Clock malfunction. We'll see. Or Taj Gibson is bleeding, actually, so they're going to try to work on him. A little drop of blood. He was cut. So they'll stop the bleeding here. They'll have a couple seconds, and now they'll have to substitute for him. So the Knicks up 39-26. So timeout. Taj Gibson has a cut, so they'll work on it to attend it to see if they stop the bleeding here. As Nick Nurse would try to stop his team from giving up a lot of points and stop their bleeding, literally. So let's see here. Alex Burks so far with 5 points. So Alex Burks hit a tough shot, and he hit a three-pointer here. So Alex Burks with 5 points in 5 minutes. So instant offense there. And the Knicks keep improving. 9 out of 16, 56.3 from three-point land, while Toronto's 1 for 9, 11.1% from three-point land. So once they get that Taj Gibson cut taken care of, everyone hit that like and subscribe. Michael, what's going on, Michael? That season started off not yet. It's so far a good season. Let's not touch the money yet. We still got this game going on here. We got in the back to action here. Birch by Gibson over to Bird, and he rises and off the mark. Through ball rebound. Here's Quickly with the rebound. So Knicks could try to assert themselves here and continue to add to this lead here. You got Quickly over to Toppin. Looks comfortable there. But he's back to Quickly. Two-man game. Here's beautiful play. Obi Toppin uses the force with the scoop and the layup. So Knicks up 41-26. There's the point in the paint. Attacking the glass there. So Obi Toppin scores 26-41. So he gets his name in the scoring books. Here's Van Fleet. Quickly, good defense by Quickly, fighting over the screen. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Burks playing D. They drive, kick off to Birch, and that's not what you want. Birch, an offensive foul there. So Birch pushes Taj Gibson to the ground with his elbow. Turnover, New York ball. Knicks up 41-26 here. Knicks asserting themselves. 8:49 before the half. Knicks will bring the ball up. Derrick Rose over to Alex Burks. Burks surveils. Burks keeps the dribble. Burks attacks. Burks goes to the glass. Off the glass. Ooh, rebound miss. Gibson missed his timing there. Here comes Toronto. And what's the call there? Did they call a loose ball foul? So it looks like they call a loose ball foul there on Gibson. So Gibson just mistimed his leap there to try to tip that ball back in there. So smart play by Gibson to stop this small. They had numbers. So Toronto will inbound the ball here with 8:34 here. Van Fleet picked up by Quickly, and he passes it over to Birch. Back to Van Fleet, give and go, and Van Fleet rises and in and out and hits it. So Van Fleet off the curl play. Knicks up 41-28 with 8:17 here before the half. Here's Burks. Van Fleet with 4 points here. Here's Obi Toppin. He turned the ball over to Quickly. So here comes Toronto there with a fast break, and they score. So that turnover, that missed handoff, led to a fast break point. Knicks up 11, 30-41 here. Here's Quickly. And timeout, New York. So Thibodeau did not like that exchange there, that lackluster pass from Obi Toppin, so he calls a quick timeout. So at the end of second, 7:58 here, Knicks up 41-30. So that turnover led to a fast break. So Thibodeau called a timeout. Want to make sure he saw something that he didn't like. So he'll talk to his team here coming off the timeout. The bench, they just got to keep adding to this. So they have an 11-point lead before the 4-minute mark. I'm pretty sure he'll come back to the starters around the 4 to 3 minute mark there to close it out. Can the bench bring this lead up to 15 to hand it over to the starters? You know, the Knicks late of quarter defense or closing out quarters haven't been so crisp the last 4 games. It gave a little bit of a worrisome this early season. So Thibodeau calls a timeout, and maybe he saw something that he saw in the other games. Remember, Thibodeau's a gym rat who studies film and loves to see his team break down. And maybe he saw a trend that he's seen in other games, so he can immediately call the timeout there. So we'll get the numbers up again. Of course, the Knicks still shooting 50% from the field, 13 out of 26. Toronto's shooting 14 out of 29, 48.3%. Of course, the big number is here, the three-pointers. Toronto is 1 of 9 with 11.1% from three-point line, while the New York shooting 9 out of 16 with 56.3% from the three-point line. And, of course, the free throw disparity. Although the Knicks only been on the line for 8 attempts, they hit 6 of them. Toronto only 1. So and the rebound is getting a little closer. The Knicks are rebounding 10 to 15 and 3 on the offensive glass. They lead 2-1, 3-1 of Toronto. The assists, the Knicks scored on 10 assists. Toronto's 8. And the steals, Toronto has 3 steals. Knicks have not gotten a steal yet. And the turnover battle, Toronto has 4, and the Knicks have 3 turnovers. And the point in the paint, they are scoring 16 points in the paint to the New York 4. We like to see that points in the paint elevated more, because I don't know if you could keep up shooting from over 50% from 3-point line, and you want to get some easy buckets in the paint. So hopefully they can score some more points in the paint and continue to add the lead now by scoring in the paint. So we shall see there. And Michael says Kemba Walker was big time scorer for Charlotte. Do you remember? Of course. You think? And he says, I think it's going to be like that again this year. Yes. And he was great with the Celtics too. Yep. Hopefully we get a good Kemba. He's been shooting the ball great, last few games. Averaging around 4.7 3-pointers in the last 5 games per game, which is really good. So once we get back from the timeout, I'm a couple seconds behind. Remember that, guys, about 30 to 40 seconds behind and they're gonna inbound the ball here. Burks, 17 on the shot clock. We're topping over to Gibson. Back to Derrick Rose. 12 on the shot clock. Rose surveils quickly. 9 on the shot clock. Quickly to Rose. Rose started passing to, and he scores. Derrick Rose scores in the paint. Thought it was scoring to Alex Burks, but he took the floater himself. So Knicks lead 13 is 43-30 here. Here's Van Fleet, a little discombobulated. They call a foul on the floor here on Obi Toppin. So Knicks are now over the penalty. First on Obi Toppin here with 7:33 here. Knicks up 13, 43-30. So side inbounds. So Kemba Walker will come back to the game. Derrick Rose is awesome. Indeed he is. So Kemba Walker in for Rose. Mitchell Robinson back in the game here. So you got Burks, Kemba, Mitchell Robinson quickly, and Obi Toppin. And here's a rise for a 3, and that's an air ball. But got called for a foul there. Silly foul. So they haven't been hitting the 3-pointers. So why foul these folks when they rise for a 3? They only have 1 3-pointer. They're 1 for 12. And you bail them out there with a silly foul. So he'll go to the candy stripe for 3 free throws here. And the first free throw, he hits it. So Knicks up 12 here, 31-43 with 7:26 here. And 2 more free throws coming up. And he hits the second. So 1 more to go here. And Servey hits it. So 33-43. Knicks up 10 here with 7:20 before the half. Burks. Actually, it's Kemba Walker. Over to Quickly. So 3-guard lineup here for New York. Back to Kemba Walker. Back to Burks. Burks fakes it. And Obi Toppin under the basket, but he was way too far underneath there. Thought he had contact, but he was way too underneath there. Here comes the Raptors trying to push. Ochoa. And good steal by Burks. Obi Toppin. One man to beat. And he's got numbers. A spin move, and he's fouled. Obi Toppin with a nice spin move there. So he'll go to the free throw line. Good heads-up play by Alex Burks there. So the Knicks using a little bit of youth and speed and athleticism with that lineup. I like this lineup that Thibodeau has put out there. But he'll make the substitution here. But I liked it. They were playing good defensively. They got back and have athleticism and speed. But Burks will come out. So Obi Toppin to the free throw line with a 10-point lead here. And he hits the first. Oh, he misses the first one. So he has another free throw. Obi Toppin has to clean up his free throw shooting. RJ Barrett comes back, as well as Kevin Fournier. So Obi Toppin looks to see if anyone was trailing, but he said, I'll take it. Spin move, and nice move by Obi Toppin. And Obi Toppin is ready to sizzle. Yes, indeed. And Obi Toppin hits the free throw, so he goes 1 for 2 for the stripe. Knicks up 44-33 here with 6:55 before the half. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet, 15 on shot clock, rises and he misses. Rebound. Obi Toppin comes high for that rebound. So here comes the Knicks. Kemba Walker. Walker goes with a floater. Obi Toppin with a dunk. Use the force. Obi Toppin with a slam jamming. Knicks up 46-33. So Obi Toppin showing his athleticism, going to the basket, and he's feed that boy the rock. The Knicks up 46-33 with 6:20 here before the half. Now they're going to assert themselves on the defense. Obi Toppin playing some defense here. Good ball to now. Now back to Precious Achua. Achua 10 on the shot clock and a foul over Sellis. So foul on RJ Barrett. He's like, what? So they called a silly foul here. Knicks still not over the penalty. Side out of bounds here. New shot clock, 14 on the shot clock. Knicks up 46-43. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, Morales? Anthony Morales, salute, bro. Welcome to the Jedi family. Hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the good feedback. 6 minutes here. Here's Julius Randle playing some nice defense there. Tough defense and good shot there by OG. OG scores. So tough defense by Julius Randle. Draped all over him. The Knicks up 46-35 here with 5:50. OG Adebayo with 12 points, 5 of 9. Here's Kemba. Kemba back to Fournier. Fournier drives. Fournier passes out. Oh, it's stolen by Gary Trent there. Cross-court passes are dangerous. Here's Achua. And nice play there by Julius Randle. No call there. A lot of contact. Back out there. 15 on the shot clock. Trent Jr. for a 3, and that's off the mark. Julius Randle fights for a loose ball foul. So called on Julius Randle. He pushed off. And no, they actually called a offensive loose ball foul. Excuse me. No problem. I tried my best, Anthony Morales. I do my best. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Michael Caputo. So are they gonna challenge this? Nick Nurse looks like he's gonna challenge this play here. He was a little irate here with 5:34 here. Knicks up 46-35. Timeout. So I don't know if there's a challenge on the court. There was a lot of contact there. It could have went either way there in that call. It could have been a loose ball foul on either. It looked like Julius pushed off, and it looked like Trent grabbed his arm. So we shall see if they're going to review it going forward. So timeout right now. So let me look at the numbers. Let me give you the details on the game so far here. And again, I'd like to always keep you up informed. The Knicks are shooting 51.7%, 15 out of 29 from the field. Toronto 15 out of 33, 45.5. Now, of course, again, I keep repeating the disparity. The Toronto Raptors are shooting 10% from the three-point line, 1 out of 10, while the Knicks are shooting 9 out of 16, 56.3%. That's the difference here, if you ask me. The free throws, Toronto is perfect 4-4. The Knicks have been in their free throws 10 times. They're at 70%. They hit 7 out of the 10. They left 3 points so far on the free throw line. The Knicks are rebounding Toronto 16-12 here, but they have 2 offensive rebounds, Toronto, while the Knicks have 3 out of those 16. And the assist totals, Knicks have a high assist so far, 12 assists here, and Toronto has 8. The blocks are even at 1 apiece. Toronto has 4 steals to the Knicks 1. The Knicks have 4 turnovers. Toronto has 5. And the points in the paint, Toronto is leading by 10 points. They score 18 points in the paint, while New York 8. That number's slowly creeping up. Remember I was telling you there was a big disparity. The Knicks got to score in the paint. When the three-pointers don't score, they have to keep that balance and keep that number close with Toronto. And that's gonna be another key to victory, if you ask me, in my opinion. So it's timeout. Ooh, Michael coming out with the deliciousness. He had baked CD tonight. Oh, and it was delicious. Michael, salute, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Michael with the baked CD. Well, hey Michael, who did we call on the Yankee? Baked Ziti. Was it Baked Ziti Gallo? Was it Gallo, the Baked Ziti Gallo? That's what you had tonight? So it's going to give you two things. It's going to put you to sleep, or it's going to give you that energy you need. Just like Gallo, a strikeout or a homer. So they have a timeout here when they come back. So we'll see what the play is on the court there. If they reviewed it or they're not going to review it. I don't know if they're going to review this play. So. Or we're just probably a TV timeout. So we shall see when we get back to the details. Remember, I'm about 40 seconds behind. I'm streaming it through the app all the way to Orlando, and it'll be a little bit behind. So once we get action going, so Knicks ball here. They're trying to play defense here on the Knicks here. Kemba Walker with 5:25 here before the half. Knicks up 46-35, 14 on the shot clock. Kemba over to Fournier. Fournier catch and shoot 3, and that's off the mark. They thought he got a piece of it, or he missed it. Here comes Achua. Achua, man, for a bigs runs the fast break and blocked by Mitchell Robinson with a block. And here comes the Knicks. Julius Randle Julius Randle attacks. Julius Randle over to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, and he makes the play. Nice pass by Julius Randle. Give that man an assist. Knicks up 48-35. Nice play. Julius Randle trusting his teammates there. And what a difference Mitchell Robinson makes here. Big difference. Julius Randle, nice playing defense. Give and go here. Kemba Walker over to Gary Trent. Here, Mitchell Robinson disrupted that. Mitchell Robinson's presence disrupted that play in the paint. So here comes the Knicks on defense. Here's Fournier. Fournier attacks the glass, and he scores. Evan Fournier goes to the glass and scores. Knicks extend 50-35, up by 15. Now can they close this quarter on a run here? There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here. Here comes, they're going to have to play defense here. Here's Mitchell Robinson asserting himself. Mitchell Robinson jumps in the air, and no contact, no call there. Good defense by Mitchell Robinson over Achua, and he misses that shot, point blank range. Here comes Julius with 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Julius double team. Julius still has a double, keeps a dribble. They trapped him and they knocked it out of bounds. Knicks possession contains the possession here with 11 on the shot clock with 4:03 left here before the half. The Knicks was inbounds here with Kemba Walker. So Kemba Walker with 11 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker over to Julius. Julius looks at the clock. 9 seconds here. He's jabbing, and he's going to jump. Rises, misses off the mark. Rebound by Toronto. Here comes Toronto. Want to push. Knicks get back. Here's a wide open three, and he hits it. 3-pointer by Toronto there. 38-50. That's Matt Flynn in the game. So Matt Flynn getting some minutes here. He was a pain in the neck last season for Toronto against the Knicks here. And the Knicks, 3 minutes and 30 seconds before the half, up 50-38. Here's Julius with 8 on the shot clock. He's on the right side, 3-point line. He jabs. Julius wants to, and he's attacking here. He pump fakes, rises, fall away, no air ball. So that's out of bounds. A shot clock violation. So not a good possession there for New York. That heavy ISO. You got to move the ball around. You're scoring well, guys. Don't get this lackluster when you close the half. You draw by 15. Do not let these Toronto Raptors cut it down to single digits. 3 minutes and 15 seconds here before the half. Here's Flynn. Flynn back over to OG. OG driving. OG pops over to Birch with a 3. Birch with it misses. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Julius Randle. Possession back to Toronto with 14 on the shot clock. Julius Randle had it in his hands. He fought it with Champagne and out of bounds. So Toronto's ball. Matt Flynn is going to inbounce it over to Trent. Trent thought about it, trying to go up hard, and he got fouled. So foul on Kemba Walker, tried to draw a charge, but he was too underneath the restricted circle. So free throws for Gary Trent Jr. coming up. 3 minutes and 5 seconds before the half. Knicks up 50-38. Although Gary Trent has an opportunity here to cut it to 10. He has 2 free throws coming up. First attempt, he hits it. Knicks up 11. Another free throw coming up. And he hits a pair of free throw. So the game, Knicks up by 10. And Kemba Walker will bring up the ball. Here's Kemba. Stops on a dime and call for a foul here. So Knicks up 10. Side out of bounds. So here's RJ going to inbound the ball here. Over bounce pass to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson hands it off to Fournier. Fournier keeps the dribble. Fournier, good hands there by Trent. They almost stole the ball twice. Here's Mitchell Robinson back to Fournier. Fournier, and it's a goaltend. So goaltend called. Count the basket there. Knicks up 12 with 2:45 before the half here. So you got Flynn bringing the ball up here. Knicks up 12. The Knicks got to play some defense here and go on and try to close this out or to keep it at double digits before the half. Here's OG. OG for a long 3, and that's good. 3-pointer for OG. So 43-52, down. Toronto down by 9. Here's Kemba Walker. Walker. 2 minutes and 21 seconds here before the half. Fournier. Screen by Randle, but no avail. Back to Randle. Randle 2-man game here. Swipe. Toronto gets the ball here. And it's going to call a loose ball foul. So Knicks getting careless and sloppy here. They trying to play that ISO, two-man ISO. They need to keep the ball moving like they did in the first quarter, in the beginning of the second quarter, and now with their starters coming back, they're playing a little lackadaisical and sluggish. We brought you back in to try to extend this lead, not allow the Toronto Raptors to cut this lead here. So the Knicks once had a 15-point lead here. Toronto's trying to cut into this here. 52-44 with 2:11 before the half. Here's the second free throw. He hits a pair of free throws. So Toronto down at 52-45. 7-point game here. OG was 17 points, 6 of 10 from the field. They're going to need to feature RJ. RJ off the curl. RJ rises up for three, and he misses off the mark. Rebound by Toronto. So not a good, now is the time to get a little concerned here. Here's Gary Trent. Good defense by Fournier. And, almost had the tip in. Cleaned it up by Mitchell Robinson here. With a minute and 40 seconds before the half here, Julius Randle brings the ball up. Randle rises up. Randle misses. So Randle's become a little. And here's Mitchell Robinson with a dunk, and he missed the dunk. Oh, he missed the dunk. Now, what could go wrong? Here's Flynn. Here's Greg Green, an open by three, and he hits it. So that what could go wrong there. So just like that, the Raptors down by 4. The Knicks sloppy play, mishandling, a little selfishness by Julius Randle, in my opinion, allows the Raptors to come on a 13-2 run here. Here's Kemba Walker. Walker with a contact, and he hits the foul. He hits the ground hard, almost had a three-point play. It rimmed out there. So Kemba Walker will go to the line for 2. Jerome. Salute to you and your Lakers. Salute there, man. Good morning in the Philippines. Good Tuesday morning in the Philippines for you there, my friend, on your way to work like always. So have a good day at work. Thank you for listening in, Jerome. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. And always, Jerome, you always like to hear from you, my friend. Hope all is well with you. Here's Kemba Walker. He hits a free throw. So he's going to go on the line for 2. Taj Gibson will come back from Mitchell Robinson. Make sure he don't pick up that another foul, so he'll close out that quarter. Here's Kemba Walker on the line to attempt his second. He hit the first one. He hits a pair of free throws. Knicks up 54-48 with a minute and 5 seconds left before the half. You got Matt Flynn here. Kemba Walker guarding him. Matt Flynn and he rises and he misses. Rebound Julius Randle. 55 seconds here. Julius Randle brings the ball up. Julius, you need to share the ball, my friend. And Julius pokes away. We're starting to see 2019 Julius Randle. And they score. Toronto scores. Julius Randle starting to revert back to his old self here. Could the pumpkin be blooming? The clock strike midnight on Julius Randle? Because he's played 3 games now. Not so great. Here's Kemba Walker rising. Kemba Walker hits a three-pointer. Kemba Walker in the nick of time here. So the Knicks up 57-50, 7-point lead with 28 seconds. There's like a 8-second differential in the shot clock, so Knicks will have a chance to score a possession. So here's Mike Flynn. Flynn back to OG. OG misses, but another offensive rebound. Gary Trent shoots a 3, and he hits it, of course. So 53-57, second opportunities for Toronto, and now they're feeling it. Again, another quarter where the Knicks do not close out well. Here's 7 on the shot clock before the quarter. Fournier, triple team. Fournier chugs it, misses it, and that will do it. So Knicks up 57-53. Not again liking the way they close out the quarter. Very, very bad. Everything's well, Jerome. Everything's good. Of course, you as well, my friend. So many blessings to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you on the program. So we'll go to the half there. Not liking what I seen closing out the last 4 minutes. They were up by 15. Allow this Toronto Raptors to cut this to a 4-point game. You're becoming your own worst enemy. Of course, they have 6 turnovers in the game. They shooting 18 out of 38, 47.4, which they were all up by 50% on the field goal percentage. I know you don't shoot normally in the 50s all the time, but your shot selections were poor down the stretch. Too much ISO. Julius Randle turning the ball over. Looking to the Julius Randle of 2019, 2020, again, with too much dribbling off his hands. Teams are swiping at him, triple teaming. He needs to get the ball out of his hands quickly there. And Toronto shooting 19 out of 43 with 44.2%. They increased their 3-point. Now they're shooting 28.3, 4 out of 14. The Knicks are still shooting over 50%, 10 out of 19 with 52.6 from three-point line. Now that the free throws, Toronto's gone to the line. They hit 8 of 8. They're perfect from the stripe at 8 of 8. The Knicks are 9 out of 12 for 75%. The rebounding, the Knicks are still out rebounding 22 to 17. And well, actually, Toronto improved. They're shooting 5 out of 15. They should improve to 33.3% from the three-point line, actually, excuse me. And their blocks, the Knicks have 2 blocks, Toronto 1. The Knicks got 15 assists, Toronto 12. The points in the paint is changed a little bit. Toronto has 20 points in the paint, New York 14. So that changed. That's a good thing. We saw um, moving up the needle correctly. So the Knicks actually up by 4 here, although it feels like they were trailing, but they were up by 15. They're up by 15 with 4 minutes to go. Allow the Toronto Raptors to cut this into a 4-point game. It all starts and begins with Julius Randle playing such a sloppy ball, and reverting back to that Julius Randle that we saw the first year that he was here. Undecided, and trust your teammates. You saw a great pass there that he had to Mitchell Robinson, scoring with the dunk. I understand you want to get yours, Julius. I know you want to score. You've been the high man of the team. You are leading us with 18 points. So we can't knock you, but you also want you to have make decisions. Make smart decisions. You have 18 points here with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. I would love to see you have a high assist game. I remember saying the last year when we used to break down the games, and we used to say when Julius Randle has a high assist game, the team usually wins. And we want to see you with the high assist game. You have your points. You have 18 points. You're going to get your average points totals. Now try to fill out the other columns. We would love to see that. We know we're going to need you down the road. We go as far as you take us. We know that, Randle. But you're starting to, at the close out the games, your decision making and the teams are starting. The scouting report is trap you, and you're prone to turn the ball over, and it's showing here. So RJ Barrett has 8 points here with 2 rebounds in 18 minutes. The second leading scorer actually is Evan Fournier with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Then it was RJ Barrett, then followed by Alex Burks with 5 good points. Obi Toppin has 5 points in 6 minutes with 2 rebounds. You have Derrick Rose with 2 points in 9 minutes and an assist and a rebound. Look for him to get going in the second half. Mitchell Robinson with 4 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. You like what you see there. Kemba Walker will have 5 points in 15 minutes with 3 assists and a rebound. So that's the scoring around for the New York Knicks. No points for Quickly tonight, but he has 3 assists though, and one in a rebound in 6 minutes of action. But 6 minutes, 3 assists. You gotta kind of like that. He's assisting and moving the ball around. That's what we want to see when you don't have a scoring night. Trust your teammates, move the ball around, and that's why we want a little bit more of Julius Randle. Trust the teammates, move the ball a little more, especially when you're behind the 3-point line and they're isolating you and they're trapping you in the corners. You don't need to step back and shoot. I prefer you to try to attack the glass, and if you have high post moves and you're in the post deep, then go for your points. But if you're far away, if you're so behind the arc, there is no need for you to try to play hero ball because you're not going to hit that three on high percentage when you have 2 or 3 guys draping on top of you. So we shall see. The Hector, salute Hector. What's going on, my man? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing everything's good. I hope everything's great. Absolutely. No problem. We'll check that. We'll take a look at that. No problem. Good guess there. John Warren, good guess for you there, Hector. Really good. Nice, good things there for you, man. Absolutely. Thank you. No problem. I'll check that out, Hector. I'm gonna looking forward to see John Warren on there. So man, good guess there, John. Good get there for John Warren on check out For the Love of the Game. They have John Warren on after the program. He'll be up there. So guys, if you want to hear former Nick John Warren and the contents that For the Love of the Game podcast has, you put the number 4 For the Love of the Game and check those guys out there. If you see it, if you find it in my bio there, and you see all my following team to subscribe programs that I subscribe. For the Love of the Game will be there. Just hit it, and it takes you right there, guys. I'll put that at the end. I'll put that in the community as well, so you could definitely see and see John Warren, the interview with John Warren with Project Nerd and Hector Worldwide Lawrence and Free Hardwills and all the other guys on the program. So please, guys, take a look at that. That's a real good guest there for you, Hector. Salute, man. Salute. We'll give you that applause. That was a good one. So we're at the half, 53-57 here. So we'll see tonight. We'll see how the adjustments. I know Thibodeau wasn't happy there. Yeah, he said he showed the championship ring, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a fanboy moment. Oh, absolutely. When you have a champion and they bring that hardware there, you wow, it's overwhelming because you know that man put the work, what it took, and no matter what happens, no matter how long ago, no matter how much time passes, he's still an NBA champion. So he's still an NBA champion at the end of the game. Oh, man, thank you, man. Absolute, same no problem. You got it, man. No, of course, always, always. That's what we do here. So, just to do, just well, that's the same. I let people know about the watch along. That we're gonna have the calling of the plays here, and I appreciate that as well. And as long as you let the guys know down there that we have the watch along play by play here, and we appreciate that as well. Hector. So salute, man. So good finding. I can't wait to listen to that program. I want to love to see that 719 that championship ring, that 69-70 ring with Dick Barnett and company. So that's the first championship. So you gotta like that. As I get a drink of water here to just get some water in my throat here. So the Knicks are shooting 10 of 19, 52.3%. The three-pointers falling in for the Knicks tonight. I just don't like the late game execution. That's all. If you want to be a critic, the late game execution and the smart decision of Julius Randle. But I'll give you a little bit of scores. Atlanta's up 60-63 at halftime over Washington. So the Knicks score another over 55 points again tonight, but they gave up 53. They scored over 55 in all their games here, over 55 plus. So the offense, the second leading offense in the NBA, is showing tonight. Now the defense will be fine. The Bulls are trailing 59-67 at the half in Boston. DeRozan with 21 points, Ball with 12 points, and DeRozan has 5 rebounds, 21 points. So nice stat there. So for Chicago and Boston, Jaylen Brown with 17 points, 5 rebounds. Marcus Smart with 12 points and 3 steals. So that tandem is there. That's a good, interesting matchup to keep an eye on there. Who will win that? And of course, we'll keep doing the play-by-play here once they come back at the half here. Knicks need to stop OG Anaboye with 19 points. And Gary Trent with 14 points, but his ball handling, his penetrating, and his constant motion causing a little bit of havoc. But the Knicks are containing him. Of course, we all told you Julius Randle's led the Knicks with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and Evan Fournier with 10 points here. So we'll see the adjustments here. We'll see. And NBA TV is asking them a silly question if the Knicks will make the playoffs. I mean, conference finals, NBA finals, win an NBA finals. I mean, it's too early, guys. It's not even 10 games yet. So let's pump the brakes on asking these silly questions. NBA TV is just clouding and just desperate, if you ask me. So another game that I'm watching, I'm interested in is Philadelphia and Portland. So right now it's all even at 86 with in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes, roughly 11 minutes left there, and it's all even at 86. City of brotherly love. Orlando's trailing 28-36 in Minnesota. Jalen Suggs homecoming back to his hometown Minnesota with 8 points there. Karl Anthony Towns with 9 points and 6 rebounds, and Reed with 10 points. So that's a pretty good game there. Young up and coming teams that are struggling, but they're playing, to see Jalen Suggs back in his hometown in Minnesota. Will be interesting. So we'll keep you up risk and let you know around the league. I'm waiting for the Knicks to play their 10th game to have a real assessment and think where the Knicks might be and so forth. It's still too early. There's things that we love to see. I like to see with this team. I love what I'm seeing from this team, and there's things that it could be cleaned up, and I know will be cleaned up because I know we have as a head coach in Tom Thibodeau. So hopefully they'll clean it up there. We'll know they will. They'll be one of the top. At the end of the day, we'll know they'll be one of the top defensive teams in the league. The top five. You could count on that. And of course, if they continue being top offensive team, wow, you're gonna love it because there's not a matchup in the NBA that scares you that you think the Knicks will be overmatched. I don't right now, and it's early, guys. It's still early. It's still premature in the season. But if you look at the NBA around the league, is there a team that you think the Knicks are totally overmatched with? I don't see it. You see the records around the league, the teams, the way they come out. Um, I don't see a team where you think, wow, the Knicks are going to be totally outclassed. Right now Cleveland Supply's team, they're up 87-73 on Charlotte in Charlotte with in just about to end the third quarter with 30 seconds there. So they have an 87-83 lead. Wow, that's impressive. LaMelo Ball with 17 points, 5 rebounds. Rozier with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and two steals. So that's a good game there. Cleveland has been coming very surprising there coming out. And the team that we play next is up 107-83 on the San Antonio Spurs heading into the fourth quarter. So they already scored 107 points and they're heading into the third quarter. Wow. You know, Indiana, wow. Even though they've been struggling, but they could score. Miles Turner with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Holiday with 12 points and 4 assists. They're leading Indiana. You also got that spectacular rookie in DeWalte coming out there. They're going to be our next opponents. We shall see. We're going to have fun, but first we got to take care of business here against the Raptors tonight. So right now the Knicks are up by 4. We're waiting for the halftime to return, and we'll keep the call play-by-play there. So that's a look around the league there. So right now, 76ers are up by 4, and Joel Embiid is not even the leading scorer. So that says a lot by them too, balancing there. And they're showing the turnovers by Julius Randle there, and Julius' body language kind of bothers me. Like his body language and going and just kind of bothers me the way he turned the ball over. Like how he was. It's just a whole different thing. It's early right now, so he'll get it together. He knows he's a pro. He knows he wants to continue his rise and growth in the NBA and respect that he wants his name to put on. So we should see. Can the Knicks come out of the fourth quarter and build this lead, get this lead back up to double digits? They need to come out here and establish themselves on a defense and add to their lead. As I get a drink of water, we look around the league. Hopefully, we get started. So it'll be like a couple minutes, like about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes before we start this second quarter, this second half, excuse me, and we'll get this on the way. And we look around the league. As I look around the league, any changes, almost the same as I mentioned. A game later on, actually Memphis up 50-44 against Denver. That's in the second 5 minutes in the second quarter. Michael Porter with 8 points, Jokic with 7 points and 4 assists, leading Denver. For Memphis, you got Jordan Jackson Jr. with 11 points and Bane with 9 points for Memphis. The game for this week, Rockets and Suns at 10 Thursday night. It's a 10-point game. Minnesota's up by 10 against Orlando. Franz Wagner with 8 points. Jalen Suggs with 8 points for Orlando. There's still time there. 9 minutes and 33 seconds in the second quarter. And Reed is leading Minnesota with 10 points. Town with 9.6 rebounds. That'll be interesting. That matchup between Towns and Mo Bamba. That's a good one to watch there. And of course, later on tonight, it's going to be Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Clippers. Oklahoma City Thunder are pretty surprising with Giddey and Shea Alexander-Pietrus, that combination, and they're a pretty young team, pretty fun up and coming to watch to see them. OKC. And it looks like we're going to come back soon. So and just to let you know, Kevin Love entered the NBA health and protocol. Will miss Monday's game, so looks like he might come down with a case of COVID or tested positive. So when we get back, we get to go. Can't wait for Thursday. This Thursday was going to be Heat Celtics. To keep an eye on that one. On Thursday at 7:30, we'll keep an eye on those two teams. I want to see how they battle each other there. The Heat coming out strong here in the first, coming out of the gate as well. They look good, as well as the Knicks and Charlotte and Washington. Few surprise teams, but it's real premature early. It's not even 10 games yet before we get excited and start pumping our chests. We still got 10 games to go. A lot of things can happen here. So we're gonna get started the third quarter. I can't wait to get started. Get wait the play-by-play call. Get it going. Take you the second half of the game. So Toronto will get the ball here to start the third quarter. Van Fleet. When you get the ball, they're gonna go from right to left here. I'm going to be about 40 seconds behind from the streaming. So everyone's ready, and here we go. Start of the third quarter. Van Fleet. Knicks up 57-53 here. Van Fleet surveils. Mitch Robinson gets back. Here's Kemba Walker. Van Fleet pump fakes. He puts it up and he scores. So he hits on his first attempt there. Knicks up by 2, 55-57 here. Kemba Walker, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, and Fournier is starting 5. Here's Fournier. Fournier with a dribble. Back to Julius. Julius wide open 3, and that's off the mark. So Julius not missing here. Here's Van Fleet, full house there, and Randle stops him with a foul there. He had his men back, so he just wanted to stop the play there. Silly foul, in my opinion, but Knicks up 57-55. Side out of bounds. Here's Van Fleet. Here's back over to Trent Jr. Trent Jr. drives us for 3, and that's off the mark. Julius Randle with the rebound. Here comes Julius calling out a play here with 11 minutes. 11 here. Oh, turnover by Julius Randle. Silly move. Julius Randle's having a terrible game right now. Not focused. He just took his eyeball and turned the ball over. And here's a chance for Toronto to try to tie here. So Julius Randle not having a sharp game here. Turned the ball over. He started off the game hot, and lately from the second quarter on, not focused here. Here's Van Fleet over to Trent Jr. 11 on a shot clock. Trent Jr. keeps his dribble. Trent Jr. looks up. Here's Gary Trent. Gary Trent to the paint. He puts up a floater. He ties the game up. So we're even at 57 all here with 10:50 in the third quarter. 57 all even. Here's Kemba Walker. Walker still has the ball. Walker tries to go to the glass. He puts up a floater, in and out. Mitchell Robinson fights for the rebound. Good deep, good boxing out there. Technique there by Toronto. They come up with the ball. Here's Toronto galloping. Toronto. Here's a dunk, and he misses it. And it was a call a foul there. And a foul there. OG went up strong, and Julius Randle picks up another foul. So here we'll go to the free throw line here to try to put the Raptors ahead here. So the Raptors have not led here, and he has a chance here in the third quarter, and he hit him right on the arm. So OG is going to try to put the Raptors up, and he misses the first free throw. Game is tied at 57 all here. Mitchell Robinson, they were showing him fighting for that loose ball, and he crashes the floor like he always does. OG has another free throw here. He shoots up, and he hits. So Raptors take the lead here by 1, 58-57 in the third quarter. Knicks will bring the ball up. So Knicks trail by 1. Ooh, almost had that ball stolen. Foul. So Gary Trent got a little overzealous. Fouled R.J. Barrett. So side out. 10:26 here. Knicks trail 58-57 here. And R.J. Barrett needs to inbound the ball. And turnover. Not a good play there. Thought Kemba was going to cut. Turnover. So Raptors ball. They lead by 1 here. Little sloppy play by New York. So they'll inbound the ball here. Remember, I'm 30 seconds behind from the national broadcast. So just to give you a total disparity. And here comes Van Fleet. Van Fleet over to OG. OG rises for 3, and that's off the mark. Rebound R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett leads the charge. He's by midcourt. R.J. Barrett drives. He goes to the hole, and he scores. Coast to coast. R.J. Barrett. 59-56. Knicks takes the lead here. Can they play defense now? They have to play defense here. Van Fleet brings the ball up there. By the time I'm by midcourt, hands it over. Back to and 16 on the shot clock. Van Fleet thought about a 3. Pass to Birch. Birch drives and he falls on the ground. He fouls Trent and he hits a 3-pointer. So out of a broken play, they score on a 3. And Toronto up by 2 here. 61-59. Here's Kemba Walker. Walker over to Fournier. Fournier bounce pass. He goes. He floater and he scores. Evan Fournier. So we're even at 61 apiece here. 9 minutes, 15 seconds here in the third quarter. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet keeps the ball. 17 on the shot clock. Picked up by Kemba Walker. Van Fleet attacks. He passes it up to OG. OG drives and stolen by Kemba Walker. Knicks have numbers if they want to move. Here's Randle. Randle full stat at him. Pass to RJ. No. And a foul. Push. So a foul on the pass there. to Randle. Randle should have had numbers gone out strong. He would have been at the free throw line if he would have put the ball up. But it's a side out of bounds here. Knicks retain possession. 18 on the shot clock. 9 minutes exactly in the third quarter. So Kemba Walker would inbound the ball. Walker inbound to Randle. Randle, 16 on the shot clock. Randle working on OG. Randle backs up. Randle turns, spins, in and out, misses. So here comes Toronto. So the struggles continue for Julius Randle here in the third. Van Fleet with 13 on the shot clock. Van Fleet kicks his dribble. He balls from and he hits it off the glass. And he scores. Fred Van Fleet scores. It gives the Raptors a 2-point lead, 63-61 here. Here's Kemba Walker with 8 minutes and 25 seconds here in the third. Walker over to Randle. Van Fleet with 6 points, 3 of 8 from the field. Here's Kemba Walker, surveil. Kemba Walker looks around. Kemba drives, picks up to Fournier. Fournier over the corner three, off the mark. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson. Back to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett rises for three. It's good. Three-pointer. RJ Barrett. Knicks up 64-63 here with 8 minutes. So RJ Barrett with 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field. And here's a nice shot by OG over an outstretched arms of Randle. He scores. Raptors up 65-64. So back and forth action here. Here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett goes strong to the glass. Layup, he scores. RJ Barrett scoring, trying to, maybe he's asserting himself, taking over here. Knicks up 66-65 with 7:30 in the third quarter. Here's OG with a three, and he misses off the mark. Birch tips it back up. A second opportunity for Toronto. Back to Sly, and he hits a three-pointer. So the Serbian hits a three. Up 68-66 here. Toronto up by 2. Here comes the Knicks. So Raptors are 7 for 21 from 3 tonight. Got a little more better in the second half. So emphasis on getting hotter here. Here's Fournier. 10 on the shot clock. Fournier rises up for a 3. That's off the mark. Rebound by Toronto. Toronto wants to push for now. Toronto's feeling good right here. Toronto, and he's gonna go for another 3 off the mark. Rebound by the Knicks. So they'll slow it down here. Knicks up. Knicks down, 68-66. Here's Julius. Julius passes it to Fournier. Fournier drives. Fournier puts it up, off, and in and out. Almost went in. Fournier gets a rebound. Fournier back again. He misses. Mitchell Robinson fight for the rebound. Loose ball. Toronto comes up. So the Knicks miss point range here. Here's Toronto. Trent for a 3. And of course, he hits in transition 3 here. 71-66 here. So quickly like that, Knicks are down 5. Here's Kemba Walker. Walker goes to the basket and he loses it, but Richard Robinson gets the loose ball. Walker squares up for a 3 and he hits it. 3-pointer. Kemba Walker. Knicks trail 71-69 here. Can the Knicks play defense? Kemba Walker. That was a charge, no call. And here's a wide open 3 from OG and they score. Wow, bad call by the officials. Then Kemba Walker drew a charge, no call there, no call. And extend their lead to 5 with 5 minutes and 40 seconds here in the third quarter. OG with 25 points. Here's Kemba Walker, rises for 3, and he answers back. 3-pointer. Knicks up. Knicks trail 74-72. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet, wide open 3. He nails it. So NBA action here. So 77-75. So Toronto's starting to heat up from 3-point land. They were atrocious in the first half. Now they're hitting their 3s. Toronto 5 for 9 in the quarter. They hit 5 in this quarter. Kemba Walker trying to take over. No call there. Referees swallowed their whistles. Here comes Toronto, and RJ Barrett reaches for a foul to try to stoppage there. Knicks trail 77-75. Referees are letting them play here. So Toronto's starting to feel themselves here. And the Knicks, again, they had an opportunity to put their foot on their throat. And now Gary Trent is talking trash on the Knicks court. And the guys, you got a long way to go. You're playing against the New York Knicks, who's going to make you pay for those if we want to come in here and showboat. You're not Trae Young, my friend. You're Gary Trent Jr. Look in the mirror, my friend. So don't start talking trash. So timeout called on the court there. And wow, Toronto's 3-point shooting has come alive here in the third quarter, propelling them here to keep them and taking the lead here. Actually, a 5-point lead here. So we'll see here right now. The Knicks are shooting 47.2% from the field, 25 at 53. Toronto's 47.5 from the field, 29 and 61. But here's the difference. They rose their three-point percentage. They're 10 out of 25. They rose it to 40%. They were one time shooting 10% from three-point land. So they have gotten warm and hot in a heartbeat. The Knicks are still shooting over 52% from three, 13 out of 25. The 9 out of 10 for Toronto, 90% from the free throw line. Knicks are 75, 9 out of 12. So they have missed 3 shots from the free throw line. They need to get those points back there. The rebounding, there was a big disparity for the Knicks. They closed the gap. The Knicks are 28 rebounds to 25, so to 26, 2 different rebounds, but the Raptors got 5 of those on the offensive glass. Second chance opportunities have kept the Toronto Raptors to take the lead and kept them through this game here. The Knicks have 17 assists to Toronto 16. The blocks by the Knicks have 3. The Toronto 1. Toronto has a lot of steals, 6 steals tonight to the Knicks 1. And the turnovers. Knicks have 8 turnovers tonight, while Toronto has 5. Points in the paint. The Knicks cut that gap there. Remember, I was mentioning that 24 to 20. Now the Knicks need to insert themselves on the defense. Play smart defense, move their feet, turn this young Raptor team over. Gary Trent is becoming a pest, and Van Fleet, they're catalysts with feeding OG, and OG, Julius Randle needs to step up his defensive game. If he has an off night offensively, he needs to put in the work on defense. I think we're going to need a defensive Julius Randle tonight to come avail and worry about the offense coming naturally to him and allowing others to come in and hit the offense. But remember, the second units have not come in yet for the New York Knicks or Toronto. So look for the Knicks second unit to make an imprint and a staple with this Knicks with this team. I think the second unit is way superior than Toronto's second unit. So they'll have an impact here. You can't play Trent and Van Fleet all these minutes. Although Birch has been giving them a nice spark, and I know he started over Ochoa, but we shall see here. So they're up, and their possession. So they're up here, 77-72. Knicks got to catch some stops here. So their possession here, 77-72. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet pick and roll, and they scored on that pick and roll lob play. Obi Toppin was a victim to OG. OG's becoming a pest here. 79-72, up by 7 here with 4 minutes and 45 seconds. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Fournier, Obi Toppin, and Julius Randle scores there. So Knicks cut it down to 5. 79-74. So they're going to have the small lineup here. New York is going with Julius and Obi Toppin. Here's Gary Trent, and thrown assignment by Obi Toppin, and he pulled back 3 and he hits it. So he hits a 3-pointer. So Toronto's feeling it from the 3. They extend this lead now to 8 here, 82-74. So they are scoring the Knicks here in this third quarter, 29-17. Kemba Walker, and wow, Kemba Walker loses to dribble. Turnover New York. Here comes Toronto. So time to get worried if you're Tom Thibodeau on the New York Knicks here in your home court. And here comes Toronto. Toronto, step back. OG shoots off the mark. Loose ball. RJ Barrett comes with it. RJ Barrett shows it up to Obi Toppin, and he misses the alley-oop. Oh, just missed it. So 3 minutes. The Guardian one exploded there, but they missed it. So not a little sloppiness by the Knicks here. Toronto. And Van Fleet with an open 3, and he hits it. So Toronto's hitting the 3-pointers here. They're getting hot. 85, they're extending this lead now to 11. So Knicks down by 11 here, 85-74. Third quarter from Doom has arisen here for the New York Knicks. Wow. The alley-oop pass to OG. The 3-pointer, Van Fleet, catch and shoot 3. And they open up 85-74, timeout, New York. So the Knicks got away from what they were doing good in the first part of the first half, and they need to get back to basics. But it all starts on the defensive end. They're not playing defense. They're not moving their feet. They're not causing pressure. They're allowing this team to shoot open 3-pointers, and that's what's hurting the New York Knicks right now. So Toronto is catching fire from the 3-point land. Eventually, those threes were going to go in. And this is something that you can rely on. You have to play better perimeter defense. So Toronto's shooting 49.2% now. They rose their shooting percentage They're scoring phenomenally well in this quarter. They actually rose their 3-point percentage to 44.3, 44.4. Remember, they were shooting 10% from 3-point land, and they rose to 44.4%. The Knicks got to defend the 3-point line now. And the points in the paints are close. They got to defend the 3 points. So you giving this young Toronto team a belief that they could actually pull this game out. They're up by 11 points here. Plenty of time here, though. And the Knicks got to show their home court dominance. They have to go out there and continue and show their home court dominance. They have to now take their game to another level defensively. And once they have their defense turn into their offense right now, they're going to have to play a little bit of last year's Knicks basketball defensively to get sparked there. Of course, their offense is hitting. Their offense is really good, but their defense right now, they need to continue to play defense, trap, cause these teams to turn over the ball and guard the perimeter with the 3-point shots. Too many wide open 3-point shots. Gary Trent is having too confident, and Van Fleet, But remember, they're playing them a lot of minutes. So could the Raptors run out of gas? Trent, 28 minutes right now. OG out of ball with 28 minutes. Van Fleet 24 minutes. 20 Burks with 21. So look for those guys to be gassed in the fourth quarter. We shall see there. So right now they have an 11-point. Now the Knicks gonna have, if they could cut this just to a single digit before the fourth quarter, or actually tie it, this team will be gassed in the fourth quarter. It's taken a lot of energy for them to be up, even though they're a young up and coming team. But it's only game 7, and it's taken a lot of energy for them to even take this lead here. So here comes Rose coming in. Rose should be coming in fresh off the bench here. Rose is in there with RJ, Julius, Obi, and turnover. And RJ Barrett wants to know where. So turnover, New York. So not a good start here after this timeout. Knicks down 85-74 with 3 minutes, 25 seconds here. So Thibodeau goes to the substitution here. So 5 turnovers for the Knicks this quarter. Here's Van Fleet, none for Toronto. Van Fleet misses. Obi Toppin with the rebound. Fournier pushes. He comes up, brings up the dribble. Fournier screened by Julius. Fournier passes it to RJ Barrett. Trent almost stole it. Back to Fournier. Fournier open 3. And Fournier misses it. Long rebound back to Fournier. Fournier back to Obi. Obi Toppin was strong to the glass. And he's going to go to the foul. He's got fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. So Obi Toppin, strong offensive glass there. Put back. He missed, but he's going to go to the free throw line for a pair of free throws here. Knicks trail 74-85. Obi Toppin will go to the line. Try to cut this to a 9-point, but right now he needs to make it 10 first. He got his first free throw attempt. He's 1 for 2 earlier today. And first free throw, he nails it. So Knicks down by 10 here. Alex Burks will come in for Fournier with 2 minutes and 56 seconds in the third quarter. Can the Knicks cut this down to single digits? If they could cut this down to single digits going in the fourth quarter, this is what you want on your home court. 85-75 here. Obi Toppin misses the second, so he misses 1 of 2. Knicks down by 10 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds here in the third quarter. Van Fleet picked up here. OG. Gary Trent fell. No call. He's pleading with the ref. OG over, and nice move by OG. Misses. He gets the loose ball. Trent gonna shoot up a 3. Trent, he misses in and out. OG has good position there. OG scores. So offensive glass. So Toronto's outworking the Knicks there on all the offensive glass there. Knicks trail by 12. Raptors on a 22-9 run here. Here's Rose back to Obi Toppin. Obi trap passes to RJ Barrett. 9 on the shot clock. Barrett screened by Obi Top. Here's RJ Barrett going strong to the glass. Off the glass, and he scores. RJ Barrett with a strong move there. Back to 10. Knicks trail 77-87 with a minute and 55 left in the third quarter. Can the Knicks cut this down to single digits? RJ Barrett with 17 points, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3-point land. Here's OG with Obi, and here they get the ball out of his hands. Back to Gary Trent. Trent got Burks, and good hands by Burks. Swipe with 2.7 on the shot clock. So good defense by Burks. So Toronto's going to have to catch and shoot here with 2.7 here. Trailing, the Knicks trail by 10, and we call another timeout. So timeout there. Save your timeouts because it's going to be a close game, guys. It's going to be a close game. So Knicks trail by 10 here with 2.7 seconds. Can the Knicks cut this to a single-digit lead going into the fourth quarter? Knicks got sloppy in that third quarter, lackadaisical. We saw that pattern that we saw a little bit from the Orlando Magic game here. So what's up, Brandon? What's going on, Brandon? I'm glad to see you, my friend. We're doing well. Much better that you're here, although the Knicks are trailing here by 10, but it's rally time. It's rally time. It's rally time. So there's plenty of game left here. You got about a minute and some change in the third quarter and the whole fourth quarter, knowing the way this team shoots the three and plays defense. You're not really out of this game right now. So timeout, Tom Thibodeau called. As they go to timeout, let's look at the numbers. Yeah, that's right, Michael. The Knicks are terrible at closing out big leads. That's a little bit of a concern. If you ask me what's a concern in this early NBA season, Michael, that is one concern. You're absolutely correct on your statement there. So let's look at the stats again. The stats. The Knicks are still shooting 52% from three. Toronto's still shooting 42.9. The Knicks are shooting 47.4 from the field, 27 of 57, and 47.8 for the Toronto Raptors, 33 of 69 from the field. And the rebounds are almost close there. Both have 7 offensive rebounds. And through the inbound pass, they scored. So Toronto scored 89-87. So quick, they scored with 2.7. Not a good play there. So you got to, and here's Obi Toppin with a wide open three, and that's off the mark. He bricked it. So rebound. So not good start here. Not good here. As Toronto's trying to keep a double-digit lead here going in the fourth. And here's Birch, and he scores. So 91-77. Not good. A 14-point lead. They're starting to pull away here. And here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett drives. And, thought he was fouled. No call. And Toronto's just totally outplaying this third quarter of doom here. Here's Birch. Back to Trent. And he puts it up. And loose ball foul. Going the Knicks' way. They're choking. And, no, it's not over yet. They're choking. Everyone down. It's not over yet. We still got a whole quarter to play. 91-77 right now. So that play there, that cutting play, again, caught the Knicks napping with 2.7 seconds. You cannot have that. 91-77 with 49 seconds. Here's Rose going strong to the basket. And no contact, no call. Referees are eating their whistles here. So here's Toronto. And Fleet with a long three. Misses. Rebound. Quickly's in the game here. Quickly goes to the basket, passes to Rose. Rose pens the three. A sloppy turnover. Knicks almost came away with a turnover. Burke still keeps it. So Knicks got lucky there. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Quickly. Quickly with 5 on the shot clock. Quickly. He puts a floater up, and he got fouled, bailed out there. So Quickly got called, bailed out there with the shot clock winding down with 2.7 seconds. He'll go to the line for the free throw. Knicks trail 77-91 here. So Knicks trying to close this. See if they could close this before the fourth quarter to 10 or 11. Quickly will go on the line for 2. And his first free throw, he hits it. 91-78 here. He's got another free throw coming up. Substitution. Jericho Sims, the Walls of Jericho, is going to come in here for the final 14 seconds here. Going to get some game time here to close out the quarter. The young rookie, Julius Randle, got work to do, my friend. I don't like his body language on the bench there. Here's Quickly. He hits a pair of free throws, 79-91. Knicks trail. Here comes Van Fleet. Final shot of the quarter. And over to OG, who's having a phenomenal game in this, especially. OG's going to sit back 3, and he's up the mark, and that will do it. So Knicks, we go to the fourth quarter. Knicks trail 91-79. Not a good way to do tonight for third quarter for Doom. That third quarter was terrible, if you ask me, for the New York Knickerbockers. Terrible. They gave up 38 points. A Tom Thibodeau team, they gave up 38 points in the third quarter. Unspeakable, unfathomable. I hope that Toronto's gotten all their offensive out of their system for this quarter, and the Knicks need to. We need a 17-point quarter coming up. If they could, they under 20 points. If they could hold the Toronto Raptors under 20 points here, they'll win this game. If they let them score over 20, 22, 21 points, they won't win this game, in my opinion. So we'll go to the fourth quarter. Knicks trail 91-79 here. We'll give the stats again. The Knicks, to close out that quarter, they're still shooting 45.8%, 27 to 59. They're still shooting 50% from three-point land, 13 out of 26. The free throws, they have missed 4 free throws on the line, 12 out of 16 for 75%, while Toronto's hit 9 out of 10. And Toronto's hit 12 out of 30 three-pointers for 40%. They elevated their three-point shooting, especially in that third quarter. They got hot when they needed it, and the Knicks are rebounding the Toronto Raptors by 2. They both have 7 rebounds on the glass there, and they have 20. Toronto has 21 assists on their 91 points. The Knicks have 18 assists, so not bad. They're assisting. They're moving the ball around. They need to continue that good assist and moving that ball around. The steals, Toronto has 9 steals to the Knicks 1, and the Knicks have 12 turnovers. That's the story of the game. Those turnovers allowing the Raptors to come right back, especially in that third quarter, and propelling them. And the points in the paint, Toronto has 32 to 24, though the number was getting close for the Knicks. But the Knicks gotta continue to play unselfish, move the ball around, play good defense. And the Raptors right now, that third quarter, Derek, they're hot right now. They are hot. That third quarter kept them back in there, and the turnovers by the Knicks and getting sloppy and careless. And they got to get going, but there's still a whole quarter here. There's a whole quarter of Knicks basketball. And if they get back to their what they started the first half, we could see them pull out this victory tonight. There's a lot of basketball left, although it doesn't look right now comfortable. You're a little concerned if you're the New York Knicks. So we'll start the fourth quarter. Back in New York here. Remember, I'm about 40 seconds behind to a minute from the regular NBA telecast from your stream. I have to stream it through the internet to give you guys this call. So I can't wait. And we're going to Knicks have possession here. They're going to have Jericho Sims start the fourth quarter with Derrick Rose, Manu quickly, Obi Toppin, and Alex Burke. So no Gibson right now. Jericho Sims, trying to see, and turnover in New York. So they turn the ball over immediately here. Not a good start here, folks. Oh, that's not the way you want. You want to continue to secure the ball. 13 turnovers now. Here's Flint. 14 turnovers, for New York. Flint and Van Fleet both on the court at the same time. So here's Ashua. Here's Van Fleet, who has been scorching from 3. He passed up on the 3. He's attacking Burks. Van Fleet got deep in and Ochoa, Sims, and traveling call. So Ochoa shuffled his feet, turnover, Knicks ball. So that's a good start here. They need to capitalize on these turnovers and score whenever Toronto turns the ball over. Knicks will have it. 11:20 left in the game. Rose calling out a play here. Rose over the top and back to Rose. 14 on the shot clock. Rose dribbles. Rose attacks, and he loses the ball there. So loose ball. And loose ball back to Toronto. Toronto has numbers. Here's Ochoa. Ochoa stops on a dime, and there's a 3-point attempt off the mark. Rebound by New York. Sims get the rebound. So New York needs to attack here. Here's Toronto. Here's Burks. Burks off the glass there to Rose. Rose open 3. And no block there. So good defense from New York. Blocked. Good defense by Toronto. Here's Gary Trent, who's been a pest here. Trent. And good defense by New York again. Good hands by Rose. Here's Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin has some good thing here. Obi Toppin, but quickly is going to shoot a 3. Quickly off the mark. Here's Toronto. Ochoa attacking the glass. He has a burst of speed there on Sims, and he shoots and he misses. Back to his own rebound. He puts it back. He misses, and here's 3 opportunities there, and they finally score. They extend their lead 93-79. So Toronto attacking the glass all of a sudden here. They're up. They're feeling it here. They're going to pull an upset on New York here if the Knicks don't recuperate. Here's Obi Toppin. Here's quickly with a floater and blocked, and they call a foul. They call a foul on Ochoa, so he got good position down low. And there's that block from Rose they showed earlier. So there's a foul call, and they're showing the second opportunity point there from that young man. So quickly will shoot a pair of free throws. He hits his first. Knicks trail 93-80 with 10:05. RJ Barrett will return in the game. Gary Trent will get a breather. So the Knicks need to capitalize now that Trent is out. 10:05 here, 93-80. Knicks down by 13. Quickly has another free throw to try to cut it to 12. And he hits. So Knicks not playing defense. 10:05, 10 minutes left in the game here. Here's Flint. Guarded by Quickly. Brings it over. Van Fleet is still out there. So he's got a lot of minutes here. So those guys are going to get gas. Van Fleet rises. He misses. Fight for the rebound. Good box out by R.J. Barrett. He comes with the rebound here. R.J. Barrett brings it to Quickly. Over to Burks. You got Burks, R.J., Quickly, Sims, and Rose on the court. Barrett, 10 on the shot clock. Barrett is dancing. Barrett is passing. Passes over to Quickly, who had some good, but Quickly, instead of shooting, passes it over to Barrett. Barrett with a jam! Down the middle. Grown man dunk. Knicks trail by 10 there. Nice assist by Manuel Quickly to R.J. Barrett. What a play there. Here's the Knicks. Can that spark the defense? Here's the three-pointer. And that's off the mark. Oh, man. Fight for the rebound. Second opportunity. Knicks come up with it. Here's Burks. Pass to R.J. R.J. Barrett on alone. And he got fouled. He had a chance for a three-point play, but just missed it. So Barrett will go back to the line. Barrett's coming alive here. And wow, R.J. Barrett. He will go to the line for two. So Knicks will try to score here with the clock stop. Barrett hits his first free throw. Knicks now by 9. 9 minutes and 3 seconds here. Timeout called. So Barrett will still have another free throw coming up. They trail by 9 here. And Van Vliet holding his wrist. So keep an eye on that there. Van Vliet looks like he got his shooting wrist issue. So that's going to be interesting down the stretch if he's got some discomfort in his wrist, because he's been playing some heavy minutes. Him and Gary Trent, heavy minutes here. As they call a timeout there. Frank, salute, Frank. Frank in the building, salute. We trail by 9 right now. I don't think Toronto's going to blow us out there. The defense got to come there. The Knicks got to keep moving that ball around. And salute to the chat. Salute. Hit those likes. Hit that like button, guys. It gets good feedback. It helps the program with the likes. Helps us get in the algorithm up high on the Knicks programming and continue to grow. So we appreciate that. Hit that like, and it's totally free. It doesn't cost nothing. It's a freebie. Just move the mouse or your phone and just hit where you see that like button, and we'll appreciate that. So they're still in the timeout. When they come back from the timeout with 9:03 here left here, plenty of time here for the Knicks to come up and make a run here, establish themselves. You know, the way the Knicks shoot the three and the second highest leading offense in the NBA so far. It's early in the season, but right now they're the second highest scoring team in the NBA. They could actually catch on fire here. So 9:03 here, 93-84. R.J. Barrett still has another free throw left. Trying to cut it to possibly 8 points here. Van Vliet, he's hurting his wrist, so we'll see a little soreness. Toronto is 12 out of 33 from three-point line. They got better. They got hot in the third quarter. They started hitting it. So they're working on Van Vliet. They're taping his. He looked like he jammed his wrist or his thumb. So that's going to be an interesting going down the threat if they could put pressure and also keep that ball out of his hands. So when we come back here, and Gary Trent quickly comes back on the floor, so those guys are going to be gassed for 4-minute mark. Here's RJ misses that free throw. Had a chance to cut it to 8 there. He went 1 of 2 here. Now the Knicks need to stop here. They can't allow Toronto to score after you got a good play here. Here's Flint. Quickly, Flint, 8:50, 10 on the shot clock. Here's OG. OG, he gives the dribble. OG on Barrett. OG rises for 3, and he hits it. Wow, good shot there. Toronto's feeling it. That young man is feeling it tonight. Here's OG with 32 points. Here's Rose. So OG has a career night with 32 points here. Here's Burks, 10 on the shot clock. Burks. Back to Rose, 5 on the shot clock. Rose starting to move his move. Rose attacks the glass. He hooks it up. He scores. Knicks down by 10. 86-96 here. With 8:08 here. Here's Gary Trent. Trent back in the game. Trent rises. He hits it. So Gary Trent continues his hot shooting. 98-86 here with 7:55 left in the corner. Here's Quickly. Quickly's going to shoot a 3. Quickly hits a three-pointer. Three-pointer. Manuel Quickly. So he hits a three-pointer. 98-89 here with 7:50. Here's Flynn. Flynn over to Chua. 14 on the shot clock with Flynn. Flynn keeps his dribble. Flynn passes it over. Nice give and go, and it called for a foul there. So Amir Sims got called for a foul. Free throws for Toronto here with 7:30 left here. These glasses off. We'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. Trying to extend this lead here. They're up 89-98. Knicks trail. And he hits the first free throw. So 99-89. And he has another free throw coming up for Champagne. Van Vliet still on the bench. And another free throw. He hits a pair of free throws, 189. Knicks trail by 11. Here's Quickly. So Knicks need some offense. Here's Quickly. Bounce pass to Barrett. Rises and rebound. Sims had rebound, but he missed it. He had a chance for the offensive rebound. He was pushed. Now the referee didn't call that push behind his back, but Toronto's ball here. They're up 100-89 with 7 minutes left in the game. Mitchell Robinson gets up. It's funny to see Julius Randle taking a long, and Julius Randle comes up as soon as I mentioned that. Mir Sims on Precious Achua. Achua one-on-one. And Sims, nice defense, air ball, but shot clock violation. So Knicks come up here with a defensive stop. They need to continue to play good defense here and out here. So substitution, Mitchell Robinson comes back. Burks sits down. Sims plays some nice minutes there. Julius Randle got to get going, guys. Let's go. 6 minutes and 45 seconds here in the game. Knicks trail 189. Let's go. Let's get that offense going. Although we don't see no Fournier either. And quickly to Mitchell Robinson goes strong, and he called for a foul. He was going strong to the basket. He was fouled there. So Mitchell Robinson stopping the clock, an opportunity here to get some points with the clock stopped. So good give and go between Quickly and Robinson. Robinson cutting to the basket, going strong, being awarded to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. 6:38 here, 189, Toronto up. Mitchell Robinson bounces. And he hits the first free throw. Thanks, Frank. Yes! So 189. Mitch Robinson has another free throw with 5 points tonight, 10 rebounds. So double figures in rebounds, and he hits a pair of free throws. Knicks trail 191, now by 9. With 6:30 left in the game here. There's plenty of time here to make a run. Here's Van Vliet back in the game. Keep an eye on his jam wrist, shoulder, and quickly got overzealous, called for a foul. You don't want to put this team in the bonus, but they're not in the penalty. They'll inbound the ball here with 14 on the shot clock, 6:28 left in the fourth quarter. Knicks trail 191. Inbound play to Birch. Birch, 13 on the shot clock. Van Vliet guarded by Quickly. Van Vliet picks up his dribble. Mitchell Robinson follows. There's a wide open 3, and that's off the mark. And offensive rebound, fight for the rebound, and last touch Toronto. Knicks ball with 6:15 here. They have possession here. trailing here, 191, trailing by 9. So can the Knicks come back here? They need to score in these possessions. Here's Rose. Rose goes to the basket. Mitchell Robinson blocked by trying to go for the alley-oop there. Here's Gary Trent. Trent where R.J. Barrett spins. He had a shot, misses. R.J. Barrett fights for the rebound. New York comes up with the rebound. Here comes R.J. Barrett in the front court. R.J. Barrett passes to Julius Randle. Randle on the wing, over to Wickley. Wide open three, off the mark, in and out, almost went in. Rebound, Toronto. Toronto, quick outlet pass to Gary Trent. Trent, one-on-one, he hits, he scores. So good transition bucket for Toronto. 102-91 here with 5:35 left in the game. Here's Rose. Rose, back to Julius. Julius thought about a three. Rose is going to put up a three, and it's off the mark. Rebound. So the Knicks not hitting the threes now. So here comes Toronto with 102-91 game here. Toronto with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left here. 14 on the shot clock. Van Fleet looks up. Van Fleet keeps his dribble. Bounce pass here to OG. OG pushed off. There should be an offensive foul. No call here. Wow. And here's Van Fleet with 4.5 on the shot clock. He has to put it up. Puts up a three. Off the mark. Rebound. Offensive rebound for Toronto. Here's Trent with a wide open three. And that's off the mark. Another offensive rebound and a foul. So Toronto getting multiple second chance opportunity, crashing the glass. And they're just outworking the New York Knicks right now. And they're attacking the glass and wanting it more than the Knicks. They'll go to the free throw line. The Knicks got that deer in the headlight look and got to be a little bit of concern here. Here's OG with a career night. Hits a free throw. So 103-91 here. So OG hitting some big shots. 33 points for that man. 12 out of 24. 4 out of 10 from three-point land. And he's leading this charge. He has another free throw coming up. They extend 104-91. Knicks got to get going now in a hurry. Time is not on your side. 9 minutes and 45 seconds here. Kemba Walker's in the game. So Derrick Rose had nothing tonight. And they're double teaming. Oh, and here's quickly. Wide open three. He's got to hit him, guy. He hasn't been hitting those three. So he misses. Not a good night for New York here. 104-91. Here's OG, the star for the Raptors tonight. OG one-on-one with Julius. Julius needs to come with a defensive stop. OG comes for a three. He misses. Contested. Here comes the Knicks. Here's Kemba Walker. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. R.J. Barrett wide open. He hits a three-pointer. Three-pointer. R.J. Barrett. Knicks down by 10 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Timeout. Toronto. So the Knicks cut this to 10 points. The Knicks got to try to rally here. But they have to start on defensive end. They got to stop and not allow OG to kill them. Scoring and Gary Trent, those two, that two-man game between them, that's what the Knicks stop either one, and they could get back. There's plenty of time. They're only down by 10 here. The way the Knicks shoot the three, the way they move the ball, and the way they play defense is not remotely over yet, guys. So don't worry. It's not over yet. They're going to make a run. They're going to make noise. Now, will they prevail? We shall see. So timeout. Let's go to the stats there. And the Knicks are shooting 44.9%, 31 out of 69 from the field. Toronto shooting 39 of 90, 43.3%. The three-pointers at 34.2, 13 out of 38 for Toronto, 44.1 for the Knicks. So they were shooting all game over 50%, and now they dropped to 44.1% for the New York Knicks. The free throws, Knicks have been in the line 17 out of 22. Here's where they could kick themselves. They've given up so many 5 free throws there. Those are 5 points that you left there on a charity strike. They're 77.2%. Toronto has hit 13 out of 14. The rebounding, Toronto's out-rebounded the Knicks now, 43-37. 12 offensive rebounds for the Toronto Raptors. That's why they're back in there. They have this lead, and they continue. Those second chance points. The Knicks, 20 assists to 22 for Toronto. Not a good assist game, if you ask me, but the turnovers. The Knicks got 15 turnovers, and that's what's hurting them, and the points in the paint. The Raptors got 36 points in the paint to the Knicks 28. So the Knicks trail by 10. Just like, can they rise like Lazarus? We shall see. So once we get back going, I'm going to be a couple seconds. Remember, I'm a couple seconds behind from the regular NBA TV broadcast. as the Garden faithful gets their T-shirts. And we shall see. Remember, Van Fleet has his hand all taped up. He looked like he's hurting in his left hand, if I'm not mistaken, and he's got heavy tape. And we shall see if they put pressure and how much ball handling that man will have. If he's hurting the team, it'll be something to keep an eye on. If they could get a turnover and he starts turning the ball over, so it'll be Toronto's ball here. Knicks cut this down to 10 with 4 minutes. They got plenty of time here for the Knicks to make some noise here, but they have to play defense and they have to hope Toronto goes cold. So they're going to inbound the ball with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. Here comes Van Fleet, brings the ball up. Knicks down by 10 here. Now quickly has to hit some threes. He has some wide open threes that he has not been hitting. Here's the Knicks on defense. Over to Van Fleet. Van Fleet passes to Trent. Trent, wide open three, and he misses. Knicks come with the rebound. 3 minutes and 55 seconds here. There's plenty of time here. Here's Julius. The Knicks got to get in a hurry. Here's back to Quickly. 15 on the shot clock. Burke. And here comes Kemba. Back to Quickly. Quickly has a chance for three. He passes it up. 9 on the shot clock. They need to get going. Here's Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. Quickly goes. Back to Kemba Walker. Opens up a three. Off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Toronto comes up with the loose ball here. Here's Toronto. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet dribbles. 17 on the shot clock. 3 minutes and 24. They're going to try to eat as much clock as possible. If they hit late in the shot clock and keep adding points, they could wrap this up. Van Fleet step back three, and that's good. Van Fleet hits a three-pointer. 107-94, giving the Knicks a taste of their own medicine in the first quarters, hitting the threes. So Knicks trail 107-94. Here's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker stops on a dime quickly. Bump there, no call. 17 on the shot clock. Knicks got to get going. It's under 3 minutes. Here back to Julius Randle. Open corner three. And that's off the mark. So Knicks gotten cold from three-point land. They're shooting like the Raptors here. And a roll reversal. Here's Van Fleet. Van Fleet kisses dribble. Van Fleet feeling it. Back to Birch. 14 on the shot clock. Back to Van Fleet. 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. Van Fleet drives. Mitchell Robinson causes, and here's a wide open. He passes the three. Step back for a three. Off the mark. Rebound by New York. They need to get going. Here's R.J. Barrett. Needs to push. R.J. Barrett keeps his dribble. Pass to Kemba. Now the offense looks stagnant. Foul call. So it got bailed out there. So they're not in a penalty. Side out of bounds here. So Knicks need to get their offense going. No, it's interesting to see. They got Quickly, who's not been hitting well, and keeping Evan Fournier on the bench. This is a head scratcher. So here comes Burks. Actually, Walker back. Here's Quickly. Quickly goes strong there. Turn and back over to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson to Quickly. Quickly. Ooh, no foul call. Got all ball there. It looked like he caught a hand there, but turnover New York. So here comes 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes, and it doesn't look good here for the Knicks there. 107-94 with 2 minutes here. Here's Toronto possession. Here's a shot and he scores. So 108-94. So it looks like the 109-94. It looks like the Knicks might fall at this game here at home. But under 2 minutes. Here's Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker with a floater. Kemba Walker hits. So 96, not 109. There's still a little bit gasp of air, but not much. Toronto is going to take as much clock off. Here's Van Fleet over to OG. 11 on the shot clock. A minute and 35 seconds here. OG with 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles. He got Julius. He shoots a three and he misses. Thought he got fouled, but no call. Here's R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett. He goes and he got fouled. R.J. Barrett will go to the free throw line as Trent Jr. doesn't like the call. Careful you don't get hit with a technical foul there. So R.J. Barrett will go to the free throw line with the clock stop. Knicks trail by 109-96 here. So he's lucky he was demonstrative on that call. So Knicks trail 109-96 with a minute 24 here. So not a lot of time. Time is against the Knicks, but here's RJ hits the first, 109-97. And Toronto, they could pump their chest if they hold this high-powered Knicks under 100. And here's another one. It misses the free throw. So 97, 909 with a minute and 20 here. Not looking good if you're the Knicks here. You need some stop. You need to turn the ball over here. And Mitchell Robinson swiped the ball away. And last touch, Toronto with 14 on the shot clock. They first called the Knicks. They're going to check it out again to see. They under 2 minutes. They could review it. But then jump ball. So they're going to call a jump ball here. So Knicks, good call there. Mitchell Robinson, good a swipe of hands there. So there's still minor hope here if you're the Knicks. Not by much, but there's still a glimmer of hope. So Van Fleet, it looks they're gonna jump ball. They didn't know, they couldn't tell who touched it last. So jump ball situation scenario here. Mitchell Robinson and OG's gonna jump it. And Mitchell Robinson back taps and it's going out of turnover. Here's RJ picks up the loose ball. RJ Barrett rises for three and he hits 3-pointer. So Knicks cut it down to 9. Timeout with a minute and 7 here. So Knicks not quite dead yet. Timeout. Nick Nurse calls a timeout immediately. Knicks down by 9 with a minute left here. So fortunate situation for the Knicks. RJ Barrett grabs the loose ball, rises, and nails that 3-pointer. So 107 left in the game. Knicks trail by 9, 109-100. So the Knicks score over 100 points. But as Susan Wallman says, who cares? We want to make sure we win this game. So timeout. Toronto, they were concerned there. Remember, Van Fleet has his left wrist, his left thumb, his hand is hurting, his wrist, his thumb has an issue there. So keep an eye on that. If he does unable to grip it or has a discomfort there, could turn the ball over off his dribble. So keep an eye on that. That's going to be a huge factor going forward. So we shall see once we get back from the 22nd timeout. 109, 100, 107 left in the game here. And the Knicks outscored the Toronto Raptors 21-18. Now, I said if they hold them under 21, they win this game. But the Knicks offense has been lackluster. They need to get that offense going. That third quarter of doom, they allowed them to score 38 points in that third quarter. And it allows Toronto to get this lead here. And Toronto has kept it all game. So Knicks need to play some good defense, not whacking and playing strong defensive pressure here. There's plenty of time here. It's a 3-possession game with a minute and 7 here. So Mitchell Robinson is going to defend the inbounds. And they got it to Trent. 1 minute left in the game. 20 on the shot clock. Knicks double team. Trent gets out of that one. Trent double team here. Back. So they're playing the ball around into the post here. And a strong move there. So they scored. So Toronto 111. They're up by 11 with 50 seconds here. Knicks need to go in a hurry. And Kemba Walker, that should have been a kick ball. And Toronto's going to seal it. 113-100. 45.7 second turnover by Kemba Walker here. So here's the Knicks here. Here's Kemba, alley-oop, and he scores. He shoots it. He has floater. So 102, 113, 11-point game with 35 seconds here. So this is going to do it. The Knicks will fall here. Not enough time. Toronto, what a good gutty win. They improved to 500 to go 4-4. Knicks fall to 5-2. You drop 2 games to lower echelons teams, to Toronto, as well as the Magic's on your home court, by the way. Not on the road. This is on your home court. And if you want to take your second step, the next level in your maturation, you can't lose to these teams on your home court. I mean, I understand if you go to Toronto and you fail, and if Julius Randle scores just for cosmetic purposes, the 113 or 104, they'll inbound it, and that should be the final score, and it is. So the Knicks fall 113 or 104 here to Toronto Raptors tonight. Not a good performance in that third quarter. Referees Thibodeau's letting the referees know they officiated horribly. Although you can't really blame the officials, you gotta blame Toronto. They came out there in that third quarter, and that third quarter they won the game. They won the game of the New York Knicks, if you ask me. They went in there and they 36 points on them. You gave up 36 points off the half, coming out of your halftime, and allowed them to keep this lead. And the Toronto Raptors, you outscored them in the fourth quarter, but it was that fourth quarter, 36 points. They got hot at the 3-point line. One head scratcher, no Evan Fournier down the stretch there. You play Quickly, who quickly was pretty cold, ice cold, wasn't hitting the three. Quickly struggled I know the kid puts a lot of work and is a hardworking young man, but you had Evan Fournier who was shooting early in the first half really well, and you didn't play him much. And of course, Julius Randle had a really good first half. Actually, the first quarter, if you ask me. Then after that, he kind of fizzled down the second, third quarter, and you didn't see too much in the fourth quarter. But good fight tonight. Yep, it was a good job. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And you see them, and what you're gonna say about Obi Ajabai? He had 36 points, 12 out of 27, 4 out of 12 from 3-point land with 6 rebounds. Phenomenal game from that young man. He played a really strong game. He had a career high, and it took for them to have a career performance in Madison Square Garden tonight to give the Knicks their second loss of the season and the second loss on their home court. So that, if you want to criticize the New York Knicks so far, is that they losing these teams to these lower echelons team when you're much more talented, much more deeper. You lost to them on your home court. That's a little bit concerning. Closing out the quarters was another concern, especially in that second quarter when you had a 15-point lead, you allowed it to evaporate and you let in half by 4, and then you came out the second half totally lackluster or turnover or just because you're the Knicks, you thought you were going to come out the third quarter and you would deserve the victory. No, you have these victories. You go and you earn it. You don't just because you have that blue and orange, you don't get the victory. You got to go out and earn it. And the third quarter was the doom. They fought in that fourth. They played tough. They played tough in that fourth quarter. They tried to prophetic performance. R.J. Barrett was phenomenal again. Johnny Timon. I love to see that. And of course, the offense need. Yeah, I agree, Johnny Timon. I think the offense need to run through R.J. Barrett enough with the Julius Randle for now. Just give him a couple of minutes to get his head clear. I'm not saying abandon Julius Randle. I'm not saying Julius Randle's terrible. I'm not saying nothing negative. Julius Randle had a phenomenal game. I'll give you the numbers there. Back performance. Gideon. Oh yes, Gideon will come out. I was gonna ask you that too. Gideon. Let's bring in Gideon and G Money. Salute G Money. Give us an assessment of this game, my friend. I know I love to hear your thoughts.
What's going on? We got extinct. Um, After the first quarter, the ball movement was good in the first quarter, the cutting, but after that, I just think we overlooked Toronto. I mean, yes, I know we don't have Noel, but they don't have Scotty Barnes, who's played really well, and they don't have Pascal Siakam. Julius Randle was red hot in the first quarter with his jump shot, but after that, played selfish basketball at times.
Yes.
Emmanuel Quigley, I know the Cavs will just look at the numbers. Oh, he played well, but if you watch the game, he was just chucking up shots for the sake of chucking up shots. And he missed too many crucial threes. RJ Barrett tried his best. He was attacking him. He tried a little bit. Kemba was bad tonight. Kemba was pretty bad tonight, in my opinion. Evan Fournier, I don't know what happened to him in the second half because he didn't even play. I don't know why. Mitchell Robinson, I felt he wasn't really impactful. I felt he didn't have much of an impact. Our bench was bad tonight. Our bench was garbage tonight. There was no ball movement, no spacing. And also the Raptors, we gotta give them credit, man. Gary Trent hit tough shots. Fred VanVleet, he didn't shoot great, but he did a good job playmaking, getting guys involved. And even OG Anunoby, OG, oh my. Whew, he he was beasting at the Big Apple. His jumper, his three, transition, man, and their defense was stymied, getting deflections, steals, getting the runouts, man. And the Raptors, man, I just felt that when they went on that 18-7 run, we were up 15 opposing 4. We lost the game right there because we could have continued to move the ball, stretch that lead, but we just played down to our competition for the second time. Again, I know we won't win every game. I understand that, and that's fine. But I felt that this was a game that we had no real business losing to. I know the Raptors are a good team, and they will be a team that's going to fight. But we're talking about a Raptors team that didn't have two of their best players. We were up 15 at home, and we stopped moving the ball, and we just jacked up threes for the sake of jacking up threes. And look at this: the Raptors are rebounded us. They had more assists than us. They had more steals, 12 steals from Toronto. I mean, fast break points, 21 to 3, Toronto. I mean, points in the paint, 44 to 34. I mean, and they hit better free throws than us. And they just outgunned New York. And hey, we got humbled tonight, and we just got bounced back against Indiana.
What up, guys?
Hey,
What up,
what's
guys?
Salute.
going on? What's going on, Mr. Wilder? Tell us about
Uh,
your assessment.
man, how y'all guys doing tonight? How y'all guys doing tonight?
Not
Pretty
bad,
good.
not bad. We could have had a nice victory for the Knicks, but how
Yeah.
you been, man? Give us an assessment on what you saw in this game tonight, man.
Too many turnovers. Too many turnovers. Too many turnovers. How you
Mm-hmm.
doing, G Money? How you doing, G
Salute,
Money?
salute, man. I'm doing fine. You?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed, man. Just too many turnovers tonight, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win with all them turnovers. You just can't, man. You just can't. They tried though. They tried. They tried. What's y'all assessment? You know what I'm saying? That was a rough one tonight, bro. Rough one
Uh,
tonight, man.
I think when the Knicks were up by 15 and they brought the starters back in,
Yeah,
Julius Randle got, like you said earlier, a little sloppy and selfish. He went
yeah,
from,
Mm-hmm.
they stopped moving the ball. He turned the ball over and he reverted to the Julius Randle 2019. Turning the ball over, sloppy with the missed ball handling and
Mm-hmm.
stagnant, and allowed the Toronto Raptors to get momentum going into that second half and closing out that quarter and then bringing that momentum into the third quarter. And I think that's what doomed the New York Knicks. And I hitting the 3 pointers.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. I was like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? They were just playing so good. Look, like you would have thought the Knicks was gonna blow them out. You would
Nah, I knew it was gonna be a closer game. I never, even when we were up 15, one, we're talking about the Knicks. I knew the Raptors would battle back, but we were playing well, sharing the ball. I felt Kemba. I know he shot 5 for 10, but if you watch the game, man, he didn't have a real impact. In my opinion, he didn't have a true
yeah.
impact.
He didn't. He didn't.
Sometimes,
He didn't. He didn't.
sometimes statistics don't tell you the whole story. You gotta watch the game. I know people like saying, "Oh, Randall shot 50%," but if you watch the game, he did damage in the first quarter. He had what,
Right.
16 in the first quarter? What?
18.
18.
Oh,
18.
18 in the first quarter. The last 3 quarters, like we said, he was playing sloppy. He was playing selfish. He wasn't trying to move the ball. And like you said, BH, he was playing like, to me, 2020 Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, I understand the Raptors are a good defensive team. I get that. But the Raptors were 22nd in offense. How do we allow this team to run, get this team to transition, give up open threes? And again, the Raptors, we got to give them credit. That team fight. That team is tough, man. If they can get healthy with Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam, they have a shot to be in the play-in tournament. And who knows, maybe the playoffs.
Yeah. Because them two was OG was killing them. OG was just killing. I mean, the Knicks had no answer for him tonight.
He was a beast.
And what's the other guy? Was
Ge-
Trent?
Gary
Trent.
Trent, yeah, Gary
Gary
Trent.
Those are the main two. Those are the main two. The other role
Mhm.
players played their game. You know what I'm saying? The other role players played their game for Toronto. But them two right there, the Knicks had no answer for them all
Yep.
night long. Was just 1-on-1, 1-on-1. I was like, man, no deep, nothing. Couldn't stop them. The defense wasn't good. They just turned the ball over every single
17 times.
you guys probably were watching the game. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm just doing it off of the play-by-play off, my phone and stuff like that. So I didn't get to really see what I wanted to see. I could have watched the game, but all my kids have the TV. You know what
Good
I'm saying?
point, good point. I
It's
get it, I
all
get
on
it.
TV, you know what I'm saying? So I got to do it this way until I get my laboratory together for myself.
Got you.
Got
Yeah,
you.
and one thing I noticed with Julius Randle, if he wasn't hitting and the second quarter when he got, careless, turned the ball over, his body language, second
Yeah,
game in a row already is a concern. In the
Mhm.
Pelican game, his body language was down, and of course the team prevailed. But this game, his body language down, and okay, if you don't have a good offensive, strong night, give us some defensive efficiency.
yeah,
Stop
Mhm.
OG on the offense on the defensive side. Take pride on the defense. Impact the game in another way, and
right.
trust your teammates to elevate your game. Because if
Right.
guess what, if you're playing very great on defense and stopping your man, you're going to get rewarded on the defense on the offensive end also. But he looked
Mhm.
like he wasn't engaged on the defense.
So,
What's your thought,
Well,
Gideon, on that one?
I agree. Give it back doors, open threes. I mean, like you said, BS, he didn't look engaged. I just felt that he was in over his head. Again, I understand there's gonna be times in which you don't make shots, but you gotta do other things. Rebound, crash, defend. Don't do anything. Look, Randall's a good player. He's an all-star. But the problem I have with Randall, sometimes when his shot is not falling, sometimes he may not have an impact. Sometimes.
You're right. You're right.
Like, look at last year in the playoffs. When the shot wasn't falling, he was garbage in the playoffs. But this year, he did other things. It's just that tonight,
Yeah,
I mean, it just
but
wasn't. Excuse me?
what's going on with Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose has been bad the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Quigley's been garbage. Quigley's a good player, but Quigley's been garbage all season. 1 for 7, really, man. Jacking up threes for the sake of jacking up shots. Where's Alec Burks has been all year? Again, I know we're 5-2, which is still a good record. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it's like this is why we could have been undefeated, but hey, we can't win every game.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm trying to say. This is why I tell people not to overhype the start of the season because it's a long season. Because it's like, look, this what 75 more games to go. Like Milwaukee's going to get better, Brooklyn's going to get better, Miami's going to get better. In my opinion, Atlanta's going to get better. Philly, they're going to make moves. They might get better. So it's like, I know we got better too, but it's like, and here's what I noticed too. Our defense has not been the same this year. If you actually notice, though, it's been kind of up and down at times this season.
What you said again? What was that? On par?
Wait, what?
What you just said? What's not on like last season?
I said our defense has been up and down at times this season.
Oh yeah, I could attest to that. With the team. Remember, they started their defense last year on the Thibodeau, similar the same way. Remember, they got trunked. They scored a lot of points in the Anna game. And then I think it's gonna with time. I think the defense will start elevating and getting better. I think it's when a Thibodeau defense is with rotation and with time, with sequence. I think the defensive Knicks will come up eventually. Give it a couple more games. That's why I said I'm going to hold off on 10 games to see. But what my concern is lately is with Derrick Rose not having 2 back-to-back good shooting nights. And another concern that I saw in that fourth quarter, they stood with Emmanuel quickly a little too long when you paid a lot of money to Evan Fournier.
Right.
I think Evan Fournier needs to come in that 6-minute mark and close out. And that's just my opinion.
I agree.
Unless if Quickly was having a hot game like we seen him last year, like the Portland game and other sort of games.
He's not though. He's been off.
He's been off.
He's struggling.
He's been off. Yeah, he's been off.
I mean, 1 for 7 in that, and he took 6 threes. It's like I know some shots rimmed out, but it's like, bro, hit a mid-range shot, attack. Don't just settle for threes.
You know what? I said that to my brother. I said, why do you keep shooting all these threes?
We're not the Rockets of the past or the Warriors of the past. It's like
no.
I understand Fitz wants to shoot more threes, and that's fine. But don't just jack him up for the sake of jacking him up. It may work a game or here and there, but it's not going to work against high-level teams, and it's not going to work in the playoffs. We got to learn to share, do more give and goes, and backdoor. And I just felt that we didn't get Obi enough. We didn't feed Obi a lot.
I was about to tell you that he did not play enough in this game. What happened to Taj Gibson?
He barely played.
What happened to Taj Gibson? Was he injured? Because we saw Jericho Sims come out and Thibodeau, and I found it weird. Thibodeau benched Gibson in the second half for Jericho Sims. And I was wondering, is there an injury? Because
sprained left ankle. That's why. Sprained left ankle.
Good call on there. Okay, so now going forward against Indiana, if you don't have a Gibson, regardless of people say, well, he shouldn't be playing a lot of minutes. Okay, you're right, but be honest with you, this team needs a top. You know what? It shows this team does need a top Gibson on this team because it shows.
Where's Noel? Where's Noel at?
Injury. He's hurt.
He need to get better.
He has a knee injury. It's like, this is why I also tell Knicks fans. People say, oh, any team can get hurt. So can we. We can get hurt, though. Any team can get hurt. It's like, this is why I tell people to not look, we're a good team. But it's like this narrative that we're a title contender is like, let's chillax.
Work at that. You still have to work at that.
It's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
There's still a work in progress. And again, I know we're 5-2, which is still a good record. Don't get me wrong. But these 2 losses are kind of discouraging. Like we lost to the Magic, and then this game. The Raptors are a good team, and I understand we didn't have players. Excuse me.
We should beat them.
Right, but Toronto didn't have Pascal Siakam's their best player, and Scotty Barnes, who
Yeah.
has a shot to Rookie of the Year. I mean, Fred VanVleet didn't have the greatest shooting performance, but he did other
But
things.
he had a real good game. He almost had a triple double.
Yeah, he had a good game when it comes to his playmaking,
Five,
rebounding.
17 points, something like that, right?
Right. Let me check.
About 8 assists, something like that.
Let me check. He played well. He did other things though. That's what Randall should have done. If you're struggling offensively, do other things.
Yeah.
You had 26 points from Gary Trent. 26 points in 4, and he played a lot of minutes between him and OG Alabayo. They had
they killed us.
36. You had 36 from him and 26 from Trent. Van Vliet had 17 points. You know, and if they would have just, Julius Randle would have just taken that assignment and tried to stop OG and keep him under 30 points, the Knicks win this game. In my opinion.
Probably.
And
Probably.
don't on ball over as much like they did.
And ball hog.
Oh.
Here's what I think about what the Knicks look tonight. We played Portland Trailblazer basketball. Hero ball, stupefied offense. This is why I hate hero ball so much. I understand there's times in which you got to take over, but there's times in which if you see someone's just starting to heat up, keep feeding him and keep feeding him. It's like we didn't do enough Mitch pick and roll.
No.
And like you said, BX, VanVleet, 17, 8, 9, and 8. OG Anunoby was red hot, 36 points. Gary Trent, 26. It's even their bench played well at times. It's like
they hit the open shots. They hit the open shots.
Open
We went on
shots.
a drought. We went on a big drought though. How long did the Knicks didn't score in the quarter? Or a
For
minute
like a-
or something like that.
Something like that.
They went almost 3 minutes without scoring.
I said that. Yep, I told my brother that. I said we went on like a 3-minute drought where we didn't score, and they were scoring. That killed us.
That third quarter with that 3-pointer shooting everywhere. There was a play where Obi Toppin tried to hand the ball off to Brandon quickly, and it was stolen right off the bat. Led to a transition dunk for Toronto. And that's when Thibodeau called the timeout immediately. Those type of sloppy plays, those kind of plays, unacceptable. And you got to watch it going forward. That's the narrative going forward there. You got the Indiana Pacers coming up.
Excuse me, guys, my wife.
No, yeah.
I apologize.
No, you're good, Derek. You're good, Derek.
Yeah, man, but too many turnovers, man. Costly.
Turnovers.
When are they gonna just let Julius? When are they gonna let Kemba Walker handle the ball?
Good point.
Be the
Kemba
point
can
guard.
handle.
Point guard. When is he gonna be the point guard?
That's a good point, man.
But his 3 assists from he's supposed to be a point guard, right?
Yeah, he is a point guard. He in Charlotte and in Boston at times they put Kemba at the point. I mean, I know Kemba can shoot, but don't force him to be a shooting guard, man. Let him run the point a little bit though. And also, right?
Yeah.
Against Indiana, we gotta watch out for Sabonis and Miles Turner.
He normally kills the Knicks.
Sabonis is underrated, man. And Miles Turner, we gotta watch out for him because he can.
Underrated. He's underrated.
You can say that though. You can say that he can hit threes and he can defend. And don't sleep on Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon is underrated. He can put the ball on the floor, play make, and he's efficient too. I know they don't have Karis LeVert, but the Pacers will be tough. I know they're struggling right now, but they did just beat the Spurs earlier today.
Yeah, they blew them out, right?
They blew them out. Yeah, they won by 13, but it was more of a rout. It was a rout.
Yeah.
But we just gotta, and we struggle in Indiana lifetime, by the way. So it's like, I do think it'll be a closer game, but it's like we cannot overlook these teams. It's like what I noticed from the Knicks so far this year, we beat the good teams like the Bulls, the Sixers, the Celtics are kind of like average, but we lose to the Magic and the Raptors, two non-playoff teams.
Yeah.
And the Raptors didn't have Scotty Barnes and Pascal. Like, I understand we won't win every game, but it's like, if we would have lost to the Bucks or the Lakers tonight, I won't be as mad. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a tough loss, but I won't be as mad. But the fact that we allowed Toronto to shoot the ball with ease, they just felt comfortable. There was no contest. OG hit corner threes and wing threes. Fred VanVleet played well with his playmaking, attacking. And Gary Trent, he had the right to talk. He was yapping the whole game. He had the right to talk, man. And like what Dangerous said, it was a trap game for us tonight. We overlooked Toronto, and we got extinct.
Yeah, we got extinct. That's right.
Let me ask a question to you guys in the chat and to the panel. Is it time you think? I know it's only a few games. Is it time for now, seeing how RJ Barrett's been playing? Is it time to run? If you're gonna do the isolation and hero ball, would you now instead of Julius and until he gets his mind and his faculties together, would you run it now through RJ Barrett? I'll throw that to you first, Mr. Walden.
Mhm.
Well, it's a possibility because he's been hot. He's been on fire. I'm gonna tell you that. He's been unstoppable. They might want to try it, but I still say Kemba Walker has to step his game up by passing that ball. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't,
True.
because he's the man.
Right.
You didn't get him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Kemba Walker has to be a big part. I told my brother that if the Knicks are going to be successful, Kemba Walker has to play like a 2-point guard. You know, like an ultimate player. Like one of the top elite players in the league. You understand what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if he doesn't, the Knicks are going to play like this a lot. And I'm still saying that the Knicks may have to make a trade, guys. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you may not want to hear that, guys, but the Knicks are going to make a trade. Why should I tell you?
We need a star player. I mean, a superstar. Because here's the thing. I understand we have depth, but here's what we need to understand. Come playoff time, your bench plays less.
Yeah.
Come playoff time. Those are things people don't think about. So people who are saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat the Nets. Oh, we're gonna beat the Bucks," and it's like people are delusional. Delusional because it's like those teams have star power. Julius Randle's a good player, but he's not a superstar.
No.
Kemba is good, but he's not a superstar. You need a superstar to win, not just a star.
So who's gonna be that star? Who's that star we can pick up?
But before we go crazy, we gotta trade for everybody and all the different wishes. Let's first pump the brakes. Let's first see how this 25 game season comes before the trade deadline. And you know what? And you're saying who's gonna be the star? I just ask you, should who should the offense run up? We got a star in the making. We have a star in our own
RJ Barrett.
court. RJ Barrett. Let it maturate. Let it marinate. It's only 5, 6, 7, game number 8 coming up now, and he's showing us that he's taking that next leap and bounds. And if come trading deadline, numbers doesn't show, then you could talk about who we're gonna bring. But we gotta pump the brakes about who we're gonna bring now. We need to trade. We need to trade everybody. No, let's see it how it maturates and grows. I understand right now we're emotionally upset about the game losing that trap game to the Raptors, but let's pump the brakes. Let's see how it looks. I think also these 10 games is when you want to learn how Thibodeau wants to do his rotation too. He tried to go with Quickly. Now he Quickly doesn't have it this season. Now next time around, you might see Fournier close out the 4th. He closed out with Kemba Walker because Derrick Rose hasn't have it this last 2 games. So now we see Walker. So I think these few 10 to 15 games, I think Thibodeau's trying to feel out his team, his rotation, and how the season is going to go going forward, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe it. This time, there's a lot of basketball left. A lot of basketball. We got to wait to see what's going on. We got to see, who's going to get hot, who's going to be the man, who's going to take the lead, who's going to take charge. And maybe, the coach, maybe he could have did a better job tonight, switching up players, I always say, the real teams that are successful, that win all these games that you watch, they play everybody. Remember what I tell you guys, they play everybody. If you watch certain teams that are successful, they might play damn near their whole team, you know what I'm saying? And that's how this league is ran now. If you watch the lineup, the stat score, everybody that's been played, damn near their whole team plays, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to get all the points from everybody, any way they can now.
Right. I mean, I hear what you're saying, BS. I wasn't trying to react. I wasn't trying to.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general, all the other. Because I'm pretty sure once we get off the air, there's gonna be a lot of content creators. We need to trade. We don't got it.
Not right now.
They're gonna get panicky. But you know it's true. All the other the overreaction.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's through clickbait or whatever the case is.
There's only 7 games. Yeah.
Right. We gotta pump the brakes. If with the clickbait, if you got substance, you should be able to bring a good argument right now. So you don't need
a
to trade
smart
right
argument, logical. Don't just talk.
Right, exactly. And that's like we need to pump the brakes. And there's no shots, God bless you guys with your content and your programs. But I'm just saying we need to see how the team maturates. We got to start in the making right now. why are we always trying to go for the two in the bush when we have one in hand? So we need to relax. I think that's what. And Ranger says, bro, we're Knicks fans. Overreacting is what we
Well,
do.
some Knicks fans, not
You
everyone
heard, hey,
does.
hey, you hear
I
that, man?
don't
That's what we
overreact,
do,
man. Not
bro.
everyone does. To me, man, I'm just like neutral. I'm like, I don't overreact to one game or one win or one loss. It's like, I have my own opinion on the teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can't overreact to everything you see. Example: the Wizards are 5-2 right now. Are they going to
Exactly.
be like? Is Washington going to stay top 4 in the East? No. Like, New York is 5-2, but are we going to be better than Milwaukee and Brooklyn at the end of the season? Probably not. So it's like you can't overreact to early in the season. Like, yeah, you're gonna have some upsets, wins here and there, but you can't like overreact and take these things too damn seriously. It's like, we just
With
got to just
basketball,
let the games play out and see where we fall. I do think we'll make the playoffs. I believe we'll make in the playoffs. As far as us winning a title, I just think it's a little too early, but I do think we'll make the playoffs, and I do think we can challenge a team or two. It's just that I just think that people, even when the Knicks were 5-1 to stuff, people thought, "Oh my God,
championship.
championship!" It's like, relax, man. It's early in the season.
Hey, my brother, he surprised me after the Knicks lost. He called me. You know what I'm saying? Normally he don't call me when the Knicks lose. We not ready to start talking trades yet. So we got to relax. There's a lot of
We don't need no trades now. If things start going downhill, maybe. But we talk about right now, no.
It's not about it. And these guys are just trying to find themselves. Everybody on every team is just trying to find themselves. You look at what the Lakers are going through. You look at what Brooklyn is going through. You know what I'm saying? And all these leads that have been blown, there's been so many teams that have blown big leads this season. Have you been watching basketball? So many teams have been blown up big leads. So Knicks just blowing a 15-point lead. Hopefully they won't do it again.
Right. You know what? The one thing that I understand why we're frustrated, because these two losses are on your home court. And if you want to say that's the where you want to hit the panic button or the upset meter, is there, and it's to two teams, of course, granted, Toronto right now is a 500 team right now, but they didn't have, like you said, they didn't have their players. They had Siakam, they had Barnes, they had players out on their roster, and they came to the Garden to beat you, and you were fully healthy except for Nolan's Noel. So that's a concerning, and as well as the Orlando Magic game as well. They're not that good of a team, and they came to your home court and stole those games. That's the only bit of concern. I think Thibodeau needs to hit that message and resonate and tell them, hey, you're letting these teams come with you're playing down to your level of your competition at home.
Right.
And that's a concern. If you want to take that as a negative or a concern in this early part of the season.
You're supposed to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. And these are the teams that they're supposed to beat. But we also have to learn too, guys. At any given night, these guys can beat you because these guys are professional.
Absolutely. Right.
All professional. It doesn't matter how good the Knicks are, how good their coach. You know what I'm saying? Some nights it's just meant for the other team to win.
Yeah, it's true.
That's just how sports is. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah, we can't go 82-0. So
no, that's
we can't.
So, I don't know who team went 82-0.
No team will ever do that in the future. And also, I look at both sides. Yeah, I'm upset that we lost tonight. Because, again, it could be a difference between you, let's say, playing the Sixers in the first round compared to you playing the Nets fully healthy in the first round. Like, this game could have been a difference. But at the same time, we should not, take this game too seriously.
No.
Hey, it's one loss. Yeah, we got punched in the face in the second half. And so we got to give Toronto some sort of credit. Let's give the Raptors some sort of credit.
Yeah, you have to.
Let's give them some sort of credit. Gary Trent played great. Van Fleet played well with his playmaking. OG was the star of the night. Their bench played well. It's like, and like I said multiple times, I know we didn't have Noel and Taj was hurt, but when Taj was there, though, we were struggling with this team without Barnes and Spicy Pete. So it's like, you got to get the Raptors some sort of credit. And Nick Nurse made the proper adjustments, believing the guys were playing well. While Phibbs is a good coach, but like we said, BX, I don't know why you didn't put Fournier. I know Evan Fournier can be up and down sometimes, but there are times when he's going to hit the big shot and can put the ball on the floor. I felt Evan Fournier would have been a better substitute than Quigley. If Quigley was on fire, then I can understand him leaving him in the game. But Quigley, he wasn't. And Quigley, look, Quigley's a good player. It's his second year, but I am gonna say this, right? I'm not expecting a lot because it's his second year, but I do expect him to step up a little bit though. Because if you see Derrick Rose struggling, Obi Toppin not getting a lot of minutes, you gotta be that guy that can give us some sort of spark. Like hit your open threes and attack. Don't just play for fouls and jack up threes for the sake of jacking up threes. You're not Steph Curry, man. Hit him mid range.
He's not Steph. He's not Steph.
But
And
here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I'm noticing with Quickly, and you said he's not contributing. He had. Let me get his stats. Let me get Quickly for a minute. His stats for a minute, because Emmanuel Quickly. Let me find Emmanuel. Emmanuel Quickly had 5 assists, something that he didn't give us last season. He
True.
gave us a lot of open buckets, a lot of energizing shots, 3-pointers. Now, his offensive shooting percentage is dropping down significant, but it's elevating in assist total. Now, do you want Quickly to be a shooting guard and forget about the assists? Because we were all saying last year, hammering him, well, he's not a true point guard because he doesn't give us assists, he doesn't handle the ball. And now the kid working his rear end off all summer long to pass the ball and be an assist leader. Now he's hurting on the offensive line. Now, as Knicks fans, what do we want? Do we want the Quickly from last year who's not going to give us assists, not handle the ball well, or do you want this new Quickly who's giving us guys involved with 5 assists? So I know we need a balance. Now we got to give him time to adjust because I think those shots Quickly will come in. I think those shots will hit.
Only second year.
Yeah, and we, so I understand where everyone gets that narrative there, but guys, let's get me a quick fighting shots because we're gonna get going to go tonight. I want to catch the rest of the New York Giants game.
Yeah, my brother just called me too.
All right, so Mr. Wilder, give us some final thoughts before tonight. What we saw tonight, what we expect you think going to Indiana?
Well, hopefully they won't go in. They'll go in there with a better game plan, and the game plan to be to play team ball, organized ball. Make sure you get the ball to the right people, and they can't have all these turnovers. We have to go in there and play much smarter basketball. What it was, I think what it was tonight that the coach for Toronto,
Nick Nurse,
good matchup. It wasn't a good matchup for the players. You know what I'm saying? And some nights it be like that, guys. Some games, you just be overmatched.
Right.
You guys may just have your, what I'm saying? They may have your game plan, and hopefully they'll come back with a better game plan. Who they play? Indiana.
Yeah, yes. The Pacers right in Indiana. Yeah.
Wednesday night we'll be here doing the watch along.
Hopefully I'll be there with you guys. Hopefully I'll be there with you.
You're more than welcome. You know that.
Yeah, but I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. My wifey's walking back and forth, pacing.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Wilder. We'll see you next time. And
G-Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. My final thoughts: Toronto just outgunned New York down the stretch, and it's one game. We won't win every game, but I do agree that we just got to just share the ball, find the open man, rebound, and we just got to stop playing down to our competition. Because even though we had a good season last year, there were times we played against bad teams and lost. This season's kind of like the same thing a little bit. The Pacers is another winnable game. I know Indiana fights, but this team is doing 6. So it's like we gotta come out here, see if we can be physical with Sabonis and Turner, and just don't come out thinking, we're just gonna show up and play. Play 48 minutes though of what we can do, because we don't want to go to Milwaukee in a losing skid. Because Milwaukee, I know they're struggling too right now, but they're the defending champions. So it's like we gotta come out here with a purpose, crash the glass. Don't let the crowd in Indiana affect us. And if you Julius Randle, trust your teammates. RJ Barrett, keep doing your thing. Quigley's still young. We'll give him time. Alec Burks, you have to step up, man. You have to step it up. Derrick Rose, you got to step it up. Obi Toppin needs more minutes. Mitch, just stay healthy. And if you fail to make the proper adjustments, and we should be good. Hopefully, Taj doesn't have a serious injury, because sometimes a sprained ankle could be serious. Hopefully, it's not serious. And we need Nerlens Noel back at some point. But it's next man up. We just got to play to our strengths. And we did the first 6 games of the season, and I think we'll be fine, man.
All right, that's G Money giving us the breakdown. Guys, I want to thank everybody with watching along. Maria, Random, Dangerous, my main man Russell in the building. Johnny Timon, Gideon on here on the panel with me. Frank Khaleesi always supporting. Michael Caputo was in the building. Had his big ZD tonight, so he was a little happy. He wanted a victory though. Derek Wilder from Wilder You Teach We'll Reach Basketball podcast. A and B was in the building. Say hello. Always saying hi. Project Hector Nerd. Brandon was in the building. Project Hector Nerd had former John Warden on from NBA championship. As Gideon leaves, Jerome Peralta was in the building. Anthony Morales was in the building. Salute to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. You had a Jalen Hunter Jalen Hunter wanted to know why Scorpion was not on Mortal Kombat 3. I don't know. I'm not the maker. I'm calling it a basketball game. I don't know why Mortal Kombat. So, Hampton City was in the building. Alice Coquito, of course, was in the building. Saluting Maria, the first lady of the program, besides the Jedi wife, of here in the watch along. Always here saying hello. You have a good night, my friend. Everyone in the building, thank you. Run those likes. Run. We'll be here. I hope you enjoyed the watch along, not the outcome. But from me to you, Bronx Sports Jedi Network, wishing you a blessed night, a wonderful evening. Go Giants. Hopefully the Giants are trailing 14-10 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Go Giants, go Knicks, go New York. May the sports be with you, and may the Knicks be with you. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Good night, guys.